Okay. I'm actually early. Technically, according to what I scheduled it for, so I can say that I'm early. Hello. Hello, hello. How are we tonight? Or morning? Let's get a little bit in here for us. Boom. Up that. Oh, I gotta go whale. Dot time. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go here. Buy our P lattice. Buy that. Oh, it always feels good when you could just buy. I'm gonna need these. Don't really care about those, honestly. Good dupes. Did I catch the deal? Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think I did. Because there was a lot of people who were DMing me. I need to go through and actually check all of those. Okay. Let's go through and buy all this. Just give me a quick second, guys. So today's plan is pretty much one, I'm gonna whale, and two, we're gonna prep the dot team and give it a go. And then I have some secret technology that I'm working on in the background. Actually, two secret technology. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely want this. Come on. He's going to hack the game. Good one. Is it worth building a dot team? I think so, but there is some technology if you're willing to be patient. But I don't think I can get it online soon. It's probably like a 2-day project. So we'll see how it goes, but I do have high hope for it. But I will be building it off stream because I'm going to be honest, I can't let this technology leak. Actually, so much so, I'm going to actually put you guys on dark real quick. Because I can't actually have you guys seeing this technology just yet, because if other people get their hands on it, I'm doomed. I need to be the first one to leak it. So just bear with me. Okay. Hey, Hazel One, how's it going? So where were we? Back to whaling, that's where we were. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's gonna save me so much time. You have Shasanya, but do I need to make Lily work? No, but you definitely will need to be a little bit safer about it. Sorry, I'm just almost done whaling here. I mean, this is worth it. I don't want to be buying all of them in the shop. I want to be buying the ones that are actually worth it. And then I can like buy these if I feel like it. This is definitely not worth it. Hey Daiki, how's it going? Make it only for Discord community. True. I actually need to go bug the guys about that one just so we can finish it. Oh, also, update on spreadsheet. Too much has changed. No spreadsheet. I'll release the spreadsheet, like the fully updated spreadsheet, once I know if this technology works. Because if it works, it will literally change the game. Like, global will not be the same. So You can either choose to build dot or you can be patient. Because there is a way. Possibly. Maybe. Could be coping. It actually may break the game. Did you already use a lot of your stamina refills? Yeah, but I started saving now. Only 8 though. It's blue. Let's just move this over. Move that over. Okay, so the last one doesn't matter. Technology. Oh, it is actually super free to play. It is so free to play, and I cannot wait to show it. If I understood the post correctly, mostly everything should be somewhat safe to build for the next few months, though, right? Yes. So as soon as there is a strategy that is viable and it is good, you should be able to build it right away and feel safe about it. Otherwise, we will collectively destroy XD and force them to give us everything. Simple as that. Deal? Deal. What are you hiding, my friend? Give me 2 days. Give me 2 days. I'm going to prioritize it. What build do you recommend on Holden? You can go like the Unbreakable and Swift Rush as a 12-12 for now. And then eventually you want to go Bloodbath, Colossal Guard, and then 8 Swift Rush. So that's the goal. So today's plan is we're going to do a pretty short stream because, again, I'm not going to be using any of my potions. So we're pretty much just going to go through and start farming up and prepping everything. And then after that, at 10 o'clock, so in like 50 minutes from now for me, which is like that's my time zone, Shadowverse is launching all their cards. So I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to start on that because one thing I want is I don't want this channel just to be a Etheria restart. I love Etheria restart and I want it to be like one of the main games on the channel, but I don't want it to be like the only game, right? So that is going to be the other game. I'm going to try to balance the two. But Etheria will like always have priority. So I want to look through it. Okay, cool. That's done. I have 11 gold lattice ready. Just tell me it doesn't require Shadow Sonya and I'm going to wait. You know what? What if I tell you? You can use all your gold lattices. You can use all your gold lattices. However you want, Daiki. It won't matter. It won't matter. If it works. Alright. Pretty much that's just mail. It's banned in your country? Oh, just VPN. Easy. Now, I'm trying to see what it's trying to tell me. Oh, a 7-day event. Complete 12 challenges in the Ether Arena and then win GP Outpost 10 times. Bet. Yeah, Nico Nana Inferno is a pain in the ass. How many more? 3? Veronica, Shadow Sonya, Fangus on Codex. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's done. That's done. So that's done. That's done. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this guy. I'm pretty sure this is just my PvP Mio. Except that. Oh, and that. Damn, okay. I guess I'll just copy his gear for now. Should be slightly slower, but it should be fine. Where is he? Oh, you know what? It's gonna be on Freya. I know, I need one. It's that. And then it's one of these. And then it's copy that. Okay, so it should be this. Should be fast enough. Yeah, 273. This should be fast enough, tanky enough, and enough. This is enough. And this should be good enough. Okay, let's just give it a go here. I'm stuck at Hell 1, Doku 2. Don't have Freya and Lily. How do I progress? Oh, Freya's tough. You could try Chiaki the Echo. She's pretty good there. Why does Nico not a Hell always want to drop the epic shells? It does feel like that. It feels like sometimes it is it's always seeded. Let's give this a go real quick. So I want to actually try autoing it. I can only beat Inferno Terror after building Shadow Sonya, and Holden got me the 5th quickest. Yeah, but it didn't feel like it was like consistent when I tried. But hey. So let's just target that. Okay, cool. Hopefully this is enough. So idea is she steals. We do that. I'll get the stun. She wastes her turn. That's the only bad part about this. Heal. Is Holden good in Aurora? Yeah, he probably will be good. Okay, get hit. Get the big defense buff. Get the reset. This is the only problem with the auto, is that it's a little bit wonky, but... Yeah, okay, so we survived like the biggest part. Ah, but it keeps stunning the worst one. Get hit. Dang, okay. So, I can try the other one, which is just Valerian. Let's try Valerian instead. Just like double healer. Where is she? No, unfortunately she will just ignore everything and ult anyway. Why am I not using Vengus? Because I haven't built him yet, and I'm trying to not build him if I don't have to. If I need to, then I will. It is what it is if that's the case, but I would prefer not to have to build him if that is a option. I want HP. Okay, just grab this. Skills on Holden? Definitely his S1. Definitely his S1. Like, if I have to, I'll go pivot straight into the Fangus. I don't care. Do it without some. Maybe that'll happen. Huh? Wait, sorry. Someone's saying that they, where is it? Shadowverse. Worlds Beyond. Our website. Nah, they're lying. They're pinging me for no reason. Sorry. Let's try this. DPS check is dead now? Yeah. Yes, just the S1. Only thing you need for Shadow Sonya. Can I not build Fangus? I would love to not have to build Fangus. Fangus, Obel, Holden, Lily. Yeah, that would do it. Well, this is looking like it's gonna do it. Clear it without dot comp. Yeah, it's really hard though, honestly. Yeah, well, that did it. So what we'll do is we'll just run it. What in the world is that damage? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't actually do anything. You just sit there and eventually you clear it. So I'm going to leave it in the background. Is Valorant unable to use Codex a bug? Oh, is she not using it? I didn't pay attention to it. Because it definitely is supposed to be usable. I'll pay attention to it here. Yeah, so she used it. Okay, this is what Lily's done. Oh yeah, the Codex didn't activate there, did it? Okay. Well, that's good to know, actually. Because I can just quickly switch that. May as well get an actual shell on her. I'm using that, I'm using that, I'm using that. Oh, I guess... I guess the catch is I can't. That is definitely a bug. That is definitely a bug. She's supposed to use it. She used to in the past. What have Linglo and Val? Because I don't want to have to build Fangus if I don't have to. Ooh, so that's a failed run. It's looking like I have to build Fangus. So I'll build Fangus. Easy build. Say less. Okay, so pretty much, how many do I need? Okay, say less. Where is she? Is this enough? Yeah. Thanks, Dinah. It's nice knowing you. Get out of here. You had to get replaced. It is what it is. Any reset on the recommendations, by the way? Pretty much set on Gray. Basically, don't use him at all if he's worth keeping around. Yeah, he pretty much falls off after Hal. That's for sure. So it's okay to reset him. It's okay to reset. Like, I mean, I'm just resetting the characters I'm not using anymore. Shadow Sonya is still using S3 right after S2 and auto. Yeah, that is going on. It just means that you need to have a tankier run to make up for it. No Shadow Sonya. Who should I build for the dot team? Just Fangus, double healer, and like Lily if you can. Okay. So this is the guy that we need. Let's build him. So we need all this. Okay. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so he just needs speed gear. Say less. You know who won't brick on Codex? This guy. This is our goat right here. Yeah, okay. Is this better? Nah. Did you see there's some crazy Inferno clears in Asia 3 minutes clear with DPS? Yeah. Yeah. I did see that. So this should do it, right? And then how are people doing it? I did see the Asia clears, and they were pretty wild, honestly. Yeah, they're going Valerian. Okay, cool. So we just come down to her. Go modules. Where's the Valerian build? This one right here. No, where is it? Yeah, that should do it. Remove that. Wait, how fast is this guy? Oh, that should be good enough. All set on. Yep, cool. A really bad idea of mine. What's your bad idea? Wait, why are we building a dot team without all the drama was because it was nerfed? Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Actually, you know what? I realized why Fangus is so good here. He gives the attack down. I mean, he gives the speed down. And he also gives an attack down. Actually, yeah, I should have always built him for this. So, yeah, he did get hit, but that was Aurora. Ends up, Dot's just broken everywhere else. So, really, all these were for. I think you should RR for S. Sonya. Reroll for... Wait, what? What do you mean reroll for S. Sonya? I mean, yeah, you can reroll for S. Sonya, but honestly, you should go with Lily as well. Yeah, okay, this is good. I like this. Okay, I'm sold. Sold, baby, sold. Highest bidder. Bot. What if you don't have Shadow Sonya? So if you don't have Shadow Sonya, you can just replace Shadow Sonya here for Viper. I don't have the option for without Sonya is the problem. You need to go Viper, and I don't have enough resources to build Viper. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, if you don't have Shadow Sonya here, you can just replace her for Viper, and then if you don't have Lily, you can slow it down even more and just bring Linglo instead, and you can just have Viper, Linglo, Valerian, and this guy. Vengus, that's his name. And it's the same thing. So, yeah, just do that. What should I start pivoting into dot team? Have all the units required? Yeah, you should. So you have two options right now. You can pivot into dot and it will guarantee clear the shell bosses. Or two, you can wait like 2 days and I will show you a strategy where you don't need to do dot. That's pretty much it. Those are your two options right now. So it depends how much you want to go into it. So you can be patient and I will show you how to clear this without dot because we figured it out. It's a really, really stupid thing. And honestly, it may be bugged. But I need 2 days. I need 2 days. Because that's how long it's going to take to get the resources to do it. Bro, what's going on? Why do I feel like I'm just getting infinitely stunned? Bro, I'm just like getting infinitely stunned here. This is terrible, RG. Is Messiah as good as Ramocha with enough investment? Yeah. Isn't it crazy that this clears? Should you reset Ramocha for Messiah? That's a tough one. Ramocha's really good for PvP as well. Both of them are really good. But Messiah needs more investment is the thing. And you need Lily for him. You literally can't play without Lily. Do you need Kazuyo or Mio for a Mocha Doki team? You definitely need Kazuyo anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your team is. You need it. Yeah, it pops the whole HP. It's 4% HP. So every single dot here is 4% of the max HP. That's the whole gimmick. Once you stop farming Nico Nana Hell and go farm Hoyan, pretty much as soon as you have what you need from there, it's just getting like 1 gigabyte, 1 artisan, like technically if you can 2 gigabytes, nice, and then like at least 1 white fang, depending on what type of DPSs you're using. 4%, yes. And boom. Oh, he's not popping it. No, hurry up. Is there a stack limit? No, there is no stack limit. And he's dead. I mean, the gimmick is just Lily tags either Fangus or Sonya, preferably Sonya. And then what happens is she will keep attacking, and every time Sonya deals damage, her passive on her S1 puts a dot on her. And if you max out the S1, that dot duration is increased to 2. So that's really, really good. Then, Fangus, every time that you do a damage hit, he has a, with a max S2, 50% chance to hit. And every time he hits, it also has a chance to apply a dot. So the idea is that you're just attacking, and every attack stacks Fangus, and every Fangus attack also adds a stack, and then you're just spamming dots, and eventually you just win because, well, the dots do all the damage. So you just need to be tanky and have a lot of effect accuracy and as much speed as possible. And if you do that, you're going to clear. And the idea is you run Codex on him, so you get 2 of it because he puts 2 dots on if he does his Codex. So that's it. That's all it is. Do you think it's worth to keep Tiamat at 6 stars of DPS for Doki? So she won't work going into Inferno, though, is the only problem that you will achieve there. Yes, Obel also is a part of the dot comp. You can build him, but this team technically also works in Terramatan because Obel does not. Reminds you of Terraner Guard, E7, but with dots? Yeah. I mean, also kind of reminds you of like in E7 there was... I know a guy mentioned the Summoner's War one, but I don't know about Summoner's War. So there's that. But there was like the Alexa comp where you'd stack the poisons, which is kind of the same thing. How's this comp in Doki Doki? Oh, you don't run this comp in Doki Doki. Can you show your build for the dot heroes? Yeah, I mean, I can show the dot heroes in a second. I just want to make sure that this is where I want to see how consistent. Are we 8 for 8? So the Ting old news. So I'm keeping the Ting and I will show you how you can use him in 2 days here. And it will also work in Shadow Flame Hoyan. I have a lot of tech. We've been working behind the scenes. And we're going to be there. The Curious comp from E7? Yeah, it's very much like that. So Doki is still DPS check with Drill? Yes. Or, like one guy mentioned, he asked about Giada. Giada is still good there. Even after the nerf, she is still good. She's actually the fastest clear, I believe, next to like Messiah. And it's like a really cracked Messiah. So, that's pretty much the situation, right? The game's not doomed, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, oh. It's not like an amazing situation, man. Do you have any advice then on doing Doki with my DPS being Messiah, Rosa without Lily? Ooh, Rosa. She's not really good in Doki. The best case scenario for Messiah would be to just build him with like build Kraken, a fast Kraken, skill him up, or Viper. Viper's really good actually. I'd highly recommend Viper. Definitely Kazuya. Definitely build yourself a Freya, and then build like a Sonya with like a fast Sonya that has a good HP. Like you just need to have a lot more investment is the problem. So you pretty much have to make up for the difference in your stats there with just having good like skill ups. How are people getting 100%? I can't speak 100 plus speed without Swift Set. They are just farming Doki Doki a lot and rolling all the gear that has speed and not caring about anything else. Generally, you go through the same idea that you do in E7, which is that any piece of gear, in this game at least, if it starts off with 3 stats and one of those are speed, you will skill that up to 6. If it starts off with 4, you'll skill it up to 9. And pretty much you'll see if you hit speed or not. And every time it hits speed, that's one extra roll you go up to. And you start off there, and eventually you become more and more picky with the gear as you go. And so what ends up happening is because people follow that really nice, solid strategy, they end up getting a lot of speed gear very, very, very quickly. Do we have a strategy for Aurora? The Ting is the way, and our idea right now is to stat check it later with the Ting. We're not there yet. We're not going to be there for a week or two. But we'll get there, I promise, one day. Would love to see the Giada comp for Doki 2. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but I can go through and take a look at it. But let's first make sure that this comp is actually just being 100%. Because I'd be very, very happy if this comp is just 100% auto. Yeah, exactly. Is this Take? Yes, it's Take. So there we go. 100%. Nico Nana Inferno. We did it. We abused dots, and we got 0 of the 3s. Alright, that's great. So we'll leave this here. Leave it on the side. Where are we? Nico Nana. So that's completed. So what do we do without Shadow Sonya? You build Viper and Fangus, and then you put in 2 sustains, and it becomes a stat check. Would Holden or Viper be better in that last spot to replace Sonya? If you don't have her, yes. But technically, Sonya's better. When do we start getting 3x3 module sets on our shells? As soon as you hit Inferno, there's a chance. And while it is a low chance that you get one, the good thing is whenever you get a 3 matrix line, it will always be 3-3-3. The sets will be random, but it will always be 3-3-3. The third slot will always be one of these 6-piece ones, so it will always be Fury Edge or Swift Raid, so it's a 50-50 there. The other 2 can be any combination of these 2. So you can get like 3 Momentum, 3 Onslaught, or 3 Onslaught, 3 Swift Rush, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much the combination. So anyway, let's take a look at the gear. So pretty much the gear here that I have is just, I have Shadow Sonya, and she is currently on 232 speed. So just standard. Only thing I care about is the Swift Rush here, and then I just put Swift Rush here. I just have 2, I have 1 defensive piece and 2 effect accuracy pieces. Holden works as a Viper replacement. Yes, he does, but Viper is safer because he has a lot better counterattacks, and he has a chance to counterattack and dispel the speed buff and all that, so he's a little bit safer, but technically if you have a really good Holden, it can work. So there's that. So that's Shadow Sonya. Lily, just plus 131 speed. So you can go like that. Pretty standard, right? 258. Now I do run her with HP. Technically these should be defense percentages. This is kind of a mistake on my part. But hey, it works. We're not going to break it. I don't want to risk it. Maybe for some reason that actually matters. Who else do we have here? We just have Valerian. She's standard. She's just on 9 Wellspring. Literally doesn't matter. Technically, there should be 12 one day, but I'm not going to farm for it. It doesn't matter if she works. 35k HP is more than enough. That's the only thing that matters for her. Just to stack up those shields and stuff. And then finally, Fangus. Do run them on Codex because you do want it on that, preferably Swift Rush. But as you see, if you have a good gear, you can get through it. Just as much speed as possible and as much effect accuracy as possible, and then a little bit of tankiness. This is pretty good gear, right? But yeah. Oh, and then I guess for passives, right? 553, just like I said in my video. And then we also have, where is it? Shadow Sonya, just 511, only thing that matters. Lily, 511. And then who else? Valerian, just level 5 ult. That's it. At which point I can reset my Leanne. So pretty much for the reset on the Leanne, you can reset after, where is it? Just as soon as you finish here. After you finish this, I don't believe there's any other one that involves Leanne. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm glad I clicked at the right time. What do you mean? Just reset. Did Ting is so amazing? Yeah, he is. I'm glad I question. I just reset my Ramoka. I have Messiah and Lily because I plan to do that comp for Doki L 3 to 4. Besides Lily's S1. Do you think her S2 needs to be maxed? No, it does not. Giada Ramoka for Doki Doki. Technically, Giada is faster, but either works. Like, that's a good thing. Doki Doki is by far the easiest one to do. You can see here there's a wide variety of clears. There's Messiah at the top, there's Doki, there's the standard Ramoka team, and then there's a bunch of Giada teams. I know on Asia and Europe, Giada is right now at the top. So yeah, pretty much any of those, and the rest of the team is pretty much the same team. It's either Lily or Freya, and then it's Valerian, Kazuya, and Kloss. And if you don't have Kloss, they use Gray. So that's it for all of them. And hey, how's it going, Tensu? There we go. By the way, if you guys can do me a favor, there's 160 of you right now. Do me a favor and click that like button, please. It helps YouTube recommend me. Please, please, please. I beg you. I beg you. Did we get anything? No. No. Game sucks. If I have Ramoka, Lily, Kloss, Holden, Mia, Rahu, Veronica, should I pull Freya? Yes, I think everyone should build and pick up Freya. I don't think that's really like an option. I would still recommend it. She's still used everywhere. There's literally zero reason at all that you should not be pulling her. Dislikes? No! Please, I beg you. You're so helpful. Thank you very much for the helpful advice. I'm glad that I'm helpful. That's all I can hope to be. That's all I can hope to be, man. All right, let's grab this. Let's grab this. Have you seen the Freya Revelation tech? Yes, I have. We're gonna go to the mines for that. Can the dot team full auto Hell 4? I don't know if it can full auto Hell 4. I'd have to try it, but right now I don't really care too much about the gear. I have gear. I just need to improve my shells. Specifically, I'm looking for an upgraded White Fang to start evolving into a Fury Edge version. Since I don't have Lily, thought I could cook up something with Bayotin for Inferno, but I'm kind of falling hard. Have everything to clear except for Lily. Any suggestions? So pretty much, if you don't have Lily, your replacement. So pretty much the core is Fangus and Valerian, right? The other two are really up to what you have access to. If you have Lily, she's the best in slot 3rd. If you have Shadow Sonya, she's the best in slot 4th. If you don't have them, what you do is you take one out and you put in another sustainer. So the next best like DPS sustainer, if you need to replace Shadow Sonya, is Viper. So that's all it is. You just need more of the evolution lattice to make up for that difference. If you don't have access to Lily, then the next best option is to put in another sustainer because you will need to slow down the clear because Lily speeds up the clear. So that would be Linglo. So you're pretty much switching between that. Can you quickly show your Terra and Doki Hell 4 teams? So, I mean, I can show what they used to be. I mean, you can just take a look at my card. My card is public, by the way, so people can just take a look. So, I just use this team here. Oh, this is my Inferno. You're right, actually. I can't show that. I mean, pretty much this would be the team. And then I would just remove the Bayotin. Like, you have two different options. You can go like Dating, Dinah, Valerian, Freya, and Lily. And then just do a one-shot comp with Dating. And if your Dating's not good enough, you can do like Chloros or Leanne here. And then you can put in Freya. That's it. Doki Doki, my team's not special. Actually, that one I can show my card. It's just this. Sorry. Oh, man. I think I have like COVID or something because I have been sick for a long time now and it's not going away. And it definitely reminds me of when I had COVID, so I probably have it. But I'm just not feeling it as much anymore since I'm immune to it or something. Is Revelation a must-have on Shiada? Honestly, the fastest clears. Have I seen the Inferno Shadow Hoyan clear with Dating and Vice? Yes, but we asked Shazo, who's on the European server, and I think it was the European server. We talked to someone, I think it was Shazo, if I remember, and we asked if he saw it, and he went and he checked the clear, and it was really inconsistent. So that was it. Freya alternative, Chiaki the Echo. Is Holden a better stripper than Heinrich and Teramaton? He is a safer stripper, but technically if you have the damage, Heinrich's better. Max S3 Kazuya? Yeah, definitely Max 3 Kazuya. Why can't you show your Inferno team? Oh, because I reset it. I'm not doing this team anymore. I'm not going to do this team anymore. I have a more consistent team planned, but it's going to take a bit. Is it worth investing into Dot if you don't have Shadow Sonya and Lily? So you can very easily invest into Dot, and then because at the end of the day, you just need Fangus. Fangus is the Dot. Everything else is bonus. Oh, we got one loss, so it is losable, but I'm fine with that. Dinah still used late game? Yeah, she's used everywhere. She's pretty good. She's only gonna get better. Holden for Terror for Stripper? Yes, he's there as the Terror Stripper. That's for sure. Let me just jump in here. There we go. Get all our stuff. Get reset back. Yay, we're tied for rank 74. Okay. Okay, we're off. What's your comp in Doki? It's just the same comp that everyone's doing for Doki Doki. It's just the I don't know if it's going to show here anymore. It'll definitely show in Inferno. It's the same comp that people use in Inferno. It's just this one right here. Where is it? Yeah, it's like this one, but I use Freya instead of Lily, but I'm going to transition to Lily. Okay. Should I build Holden as a support? And if so, which right side pieces should I put on him? Right now, where everyone's using him is they're using him in Teramaton specifically as the opener and stripper. So they build him on Swift Rush and then they just build him with some effect accuracy. And that's it. And then they put him on like a good amount of defense and stuff. And like Artisan usually. Like this is not exactly the best example. Yeah. Something like this. Do you build Gray fast for Doki Doki? You just need to be faster than your DPS and then preferably as much damage as possible. Oh, we lost? Why are we losing? What do you think about Rosa investing? Is she still worth getting? Yeah, I think Rosa's okay, but I wouldn't skill her up right now. She's a late game character. She's really, really, really insane in PvP with Revelation. Are we just like not proccing our dots or something? It must be. Have you used your resets yet? Yes, I've used 2 out of the 3. I've reset my Veronica and I've reset my my Dinah. And that's how I build Shadow Sonya and how I build Fangus. Okay, this is enough. Oh. Come on. There we go. Should I summon for Holden or Hoyan? Probably Holden. Holden's better. Can Fangus clear Terror over Dating? Yes, he has been doing that. But it's more of a stat check. So you're keeping Dating and Chloros around? for now, but I am thinking about getting rid of Chloros, but I'm gonna see what happens. If you're missing Lily, just put in Linglo. It will be a slower clear, but it will be just as good. What would I use instead of Lily? Linglo. Or Viper. You can do Viper as well. Does the dock stack scale with enemy HP? It's just a flat 4% of their HP. So whatever it is, every single dot you see here, that's 4% of their HP is damage. Doesn't matter how much or how little. If it's 100, it's going to be 4. If it's going to be a million, it's going to be like 400k, you know? Count a revelation for Ramoka and your Doki Doki team. It's probably count because Ramoka does not get value from the splash if you use Rev. What's the skill priority for Fangus? It's his S2, S1, and then his S3 just up to level 2. Sorry, level 3. Resetting your 444 Chloros for Holden. Probably not for Holden, but I think that it's okay if you want to reset him. What else here? Should I target summon Ramoka for Doki Doki or just use my Messiah and scale him up? Probably just can use your Messiah for now and hold sure thing, because you can always pick it up later and build Ramoka if it's not good enough for you. If you have Lily, definitely Messiah. Best shells for Kloss and Ramoka / Messiah for Doki. Best shells for Kloss is just like Codex or Black Flag / Shackle. Ramoka is definitely Count if you have it. Otherwise, it's just your best DPS one. And then after that, it is, for Messiah, it's Revelation, 100%. It's not even close. Any way to use Fangus without Sonya? Yes. So you just want to make sure that you are using Fangus with like Viper. So Sonya can be replaced with Viper, and Lily can be replaced with Linglo if you don't have it. Oh, so there we go. So that's our first one. That's a really good one too. That's a really, really good one. Yeah, that's nice. Because I can always go 8. Like one of these can go 8. So this is a very flexible one. So yeah. Should I get Holden? I have Heinrich. Yeah, I think Holden's always a safe pickup if you want. It always depends on your account, but for the most part, I think that you'll build him at some point. He's really good, very flexible. Good for other things where Heinrich isn't. Should I max out Valerian skill 3? Yes, if you're using her, you need to max out her S3. Just saw your video, but I don't have Shadow Sonya. Should I change the Chloros? You can wait for now. You don't have to force it. There's definitely other options that I'm exploring right now over the Chloros, but I don't really want to say anything yet because I don't want people like going and jumping on it when I haven't made the decision. Right now, I'm looking at other team comp alternatives and techs that people have been having success with, and I'm going to try things out, and that will be my decision. I'll definitely be able to test it all out before the resets go away, and I'll definitely make a video like by the last day so you know right away, with a good amount of time before reset as well. Morning, making the coffee before reset. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good right now. I mean, we got the dot team online, so I don't know. This may be a failed run. Looks like it's going to be a failed run. Yeah, I think it's... Nah, it's so close. Okay, so I have to get like really bad stuns consistently and not have like cleanse. I guess Linglo could make this consistent, but it does stop us from dying. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't mind like losing a run or two because eventually what I can do is I can stat check this later after I get like more powerful. Does Messiah only need S3 max for Doki? Yes. But if you're lacking stats, and you can't get any stronger with like gear and stuff, then it's probably better to invest a little bit into like his S1 or S2, depending on what stats you are lacking. Who were you thinking of resetting Chloros for, and would you consider resetting Dieting for Fangus? So there's 2 routes that I'm considering right now. One that I can mention is the Messiah route with because I have Lily. There is another route, but I need to wait to see what's going to happen with it before I really want to talk about it. Do you recommend skipping Holden? You can skip Holden and Hoyan if you want. Would I recommend it? That's a different story. I generally think that if you can afford it, if you're a light spender, I would almost always recommend getting 1 copy of every character if you can, mostly the RGBs. But I think that it's skippable. Unless you don't have Heinrich, I would say that you want Holden. I know this has been asked 100 times, so what's the best on Holden? 12-12 Unbreakable / Swiss Ruffed, and then defense. Yeah, that's spot on, Winter. That's spot on. That's a very safe set to do early game. eventually when you get access to like the later game stuff, you're going to want to go Colossal Guard as your 6 piece, and then you're going to want Bloodbath as your 12, and then you're going to want 8 Swift Rush, and then you're going to put it on like a Lighthouse, and that's going to be like the issue. The issue with Holden right now on PvP is that he gets countered by this like Revelation tech, which is just, I'm hoping that they patch it because it's just bad. It's just bad for the game. It's one of those things where like, if there's anything that you should consider a critical bug, it is that. Like, there's no reason that Freya should be like one-shotting, and there's going to be more characters like Dinah and stuff and other characters that are going to abuse it. It's just a matter of time before it gets out of hand. Wow, really? I missed both my dots? That's crazy. Should have re-rolled for Lily. You know what? Vulcan was right. Vulcan was right, but for the wrong reasons. So we got in like some pretty unlucky runs here. Oh wait, I didn't even mention. Wait, this is actually really good for Sonya, no? Not really, because the Swift Smite's not that great. No, I don't mind like losing. What are we? But this is actually not that bad. I mean, this is not that great. I've lost 3 runs, haven't I? Am I missing anything here? No. Okay. How do you have so much XP, Mats, to 6-star Rosa, Lily, and Sonya? Pretty much a whale. That's pretty much it. The daily quests take way too much stamina to do. Well, if you're really trying to save it, yeah. Drop your guild strats for GVG. Yeah, let me just quickly leak everything. What's the Lily Lattice plan? Oh, it is definitely gonna be S1 only. Just her S1 is all you need. Why is Alicorn good? Honestly, the shell does not matter for Valerian because Codex is bugged on her. So since Codex is bugged on her, like it doesn't matter what you do. Just whatever one gives you the sets that you need. Having 2 8 sets is really bad. I mean, that's fine. Do you need Codex for Fangus for this run to work? It does help a lot. I don't know if it's mandatory though, to be honest. You can try it without. And worst case is you have to come back after you farm up a Codex. But to be honest, you really should be farming 1 or 2 Codexes before you go any further as soon as you hit level 50. That should be your first priority. Wellspring Gigabyte is better for her then? Not exactly, because you don't really want her to Gigabyte up. Preferably, you have everyone move before she takes a turn. And then she goes and she does her ult for real. This way you get the shield value. So Gigabyte's not exactly the best. Alicorn just happens to be the one that I have that has felt good with me. Like it just feels good. It also dispels like the buff even when she is in her like form. So it works out in Doki Doki as well when she gets defense broken. So I'm okay with it. I have all the characters and missing a bit of lattices to create the dot team. Should I transition from Dating to a dot? Honestly, keep the Dating, but you need to start transitioning into dot. Like, over time. This should clear barely. Unless we just miss everything. Oh yeah, we got it. Who would you recommend? I reset Sonya. I reset for Sonya and Fangus. I have 6-star Real, Chloe, Dating, Kloss, Mio. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't reset any of those. You should just build it up slowly. Dots don't need to be 6-star. My Sonya's only 6-star just to help. That's it. It's just for the speed. And to be honest, I'll do Fangus too eventually for PvP. But that's it. Like, I don't think you need to 6-star them. 5-star's fine. Shall I reset Marvel in order to get the lattices to build Casio? I think there's better reset targets. Probably better reset targets. Fangus Shell for early/mid game. Black Flag. You've reset Holden to build Giada. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good indeed. Okay. Can Bjorn clear Doki Inferno in a tanky setup? Probably not. They just have too much HP. Doki Doki really gets rewarded for doing the crit DPS, the standard crit DPS build. Do Shadow Sonya need skill up and Fangus skill up too? Yeah, they do need some skill ups. So you need S1 on Shadow Sonya. You need that to be at level 5. And then Fangus, preferably you have him at 5 because you really want this extra dot chance. The runs that you're seeing me fail are when Fangus is like just missing all these dot hits, right? Because there's still a 30% chance that he misses because the max is 70% with enough effect accuracy, which is what he's at. And then you definitely want this max because this is going to increase your chance to get the follow-up attacks. And then you definitely want to get this up to 100% just because, yeah, remove RNG from your runs as much as possible. If you can probably get it to work without all this, but it's going to be a lot more inconsistent. Why are teasing on Lily? It just happens to be my one that keeps her as fast as possible. If I was being smart about it, I probably should switch her over to defense percentage here because she doesn't actually need anything, but I'm too lazy. So honestly, this could be Gigabyte. This could be whatever. This doesn't matter. These shells don't matter at all. If you have Gigabyte, it's better. But yeah, these shells don't matter at all. None of them. The only one that matters is this guy. This is it. This is the only shell that matters for this entire team comp. After that, it's just a gear check. Just a gear and skill up check. Nothing. Can I play Dot, but I don't have Fangus? Oh, no, you need Fangus for sure. Fangus changed this run. Who's going to be your stripper in Inferno? Terra, if you reset your Veronica, it's going to be Holden. You keep failing Nico Nightmare. I either do no damage or deal 75% of the boss's HP and die. So pretty much the entire mechanic is you need to have speed up and speed down. So you can see here on this team, my speed down is Fangus when he does his S3, and then my speed up is Lily through her S2. So you'll see right here. Now he didn't land it, but technically he also does a S, he does have a speed down. But hey, it is what it is if it gets resisted, you know? So this is a run that may fail just because I have really bad RNG. Yeah, so this run is a fail just because I got bad RNG. You can't do anything about it. This is, again, like that same situation that you guys probably are realizing when you entered Hell for the first time, where you just need to get stronger, right? So you're just going to have to accept that not all your runs are consistent. We're still 3 out of 4 so far, and I'm happy with that. If you can get to like 80% runs, you should feel really, really good, mostly if you're just entering this part of the game. So that's kind of the goal behind it. Can I use Dot for early phase? Yes, you can, but I wouldn't just build around Dot only. You need to have a nice mix. The reason why people are transitioning to Dot right now is because we built up our standard foundation of good DPSs, and now we're building on top of that with the comp that's beating the areas where we can't damage check them. So the places where we can damage check, we'll damage check. Where we can't damage check or Dot, we will use the, well, if we can't damage check, we'll use Dot. And the places we can't use Dot, we'll damage check. It's one or the other. And eventually we'll use that to prioritize like growing, and our account will get better and better slowly through gear improvement because we're getting our shells now, and then we're going to repeat doing the gear. Same thing as we've done in Hell. The only issue is that right now, there's only this comp and one other comp that potentially could work, but I've only seen it once or twice. We're going to have to test it, but I can't test it today. I know I need to skill up Lily and Sonya S1, but only have enough lattices for one right now. Which one would you recommend? I would recommend Lily because Sonya still has a decent chance to get the others. It will make the run less consistent. That's just the issue. You're going to have to deal with less consistent runs if you can't afford it. And eventually over time, the run will become more consistent. Any tips for Hell Shadow Hoyad? Honestly, I'm going to be honest, man. I destroyed that thing. I like one-shot it. So I don't really like, it's just a DPS check. Like, the easiest thing to do here is just come here and see what, like, yeah, most people are just DPS checking this. If you can't clear it, it's probably just a DPS check, and you probably just need to get a better White Fang. That's honestly the truth. I'm sorry, I can't really give better advice, because her mechanic, like, you can't do anything about it without building really weird characters. There's only a few characters that actually can, like, stop her mechanic, and they're not worth building at the stage of the game you're in. People are only starting to build those characters now because you cannot afford to ignore, like, the mechanics anymore. Should I reset Shadow Sonya if I don't have Lily? No, because you can make Shadow Sonya work without Lily. It's just harder. You just need double sustain. That's all. Is the shell passive that gives increased shield good for Valerian? Yes, because that's the main way that she sustains. Valerian is not a sustainer through heals. She is a sustainer through shields. Yeah, sorry. I think she wasn't a sustainer. She's not a heal sustainer. She is a shield sustainer. Sorry, I swear, like, I had like an aneurysm there or something. After farming my first codex for Fangus, what's my priority? Is it Inferno Terror or doing Inferno Shells? Definitely your shells. So the dot team does work in Terror, but it does not work consistently. Like, nothing's going to be consistent. Like, dot is just a band-aid. It is not the albeit end game. It is a band-aid for transitioning through the mid game, but you do need to have Shadow, Sonya, and Lily there. It does not work with just Fangus. What if you put Codex on Shadow Sonya? She would double S2 and then S3 for big damage. It might make the run more consistent. Yeah, you're right. Possibly. I don't have a second Codex though, so if the run's working how it is, I don't think I want to go and farm a whole other shell though. But I think you're right. I think that the move was, if I was at the start again, like how I was before, and I was planning ahead for this, I think you're right. You're dead right. I would say go get a second Codex, knowing that you're going to transition into this. Obviously, I'm adapting based on my account situation, but yeah, no, you're spot on. That's a good call out. Do I need skill ups on Viper? No, you don't need it, but are they nice? Oh yeah, they're hella nice, man. They're hella nice. Like, if you can get skill ups on Viper, you're chilling, bro. Honestly, this is the next guy I want to build up. Like, after I do all the tech stuff, like, this is the next guy that I would highly recommend building up. Mostly if you don't have like a good DPS for Doki. Like, this is your guy. And he's amazing in Aurora. Why are you changing your Termaton team? Is it inconsistent? It is inconsistent. You need to have like really, really specific gear for it to become consistent all of a sudden. Which traits are best on Revelation on Messiah? Kenai, Fury. Those are like your two best together if you can get that set. Otherwise, if you can't get the Kenai set, then it would be just Onslaught, Onslaught Harvest or Onslaught Fury. Just depends on what your best gear is. Mostly early on, don't focus on what's the best in slot set. Focus on what's best to match what you have available to your account. Because you don't want to sit there just trying to farm for like a really specific piece. Because the more specific you try to narrow down on your farming, the less likely it is that you're going to hit something that's useful. The best accounts are the accounts that are adapting and making whatever they get feel like that's a high roll, you know? It's kind of like TFT if you ever played like auto chess or something like that. It's that idea where it's like, it's not forcing something. It's, you know how to get into a direction, but you can adapt in that direction. Like when you saw the Terramatan Inferno clears, if you saw that, it was pretty much a situation where me and Levi had two different builds on our Detings, but both were good enough. But both felt like they were high rolls, right? Because I had a 12-12, he had a Momentum Fury set, and we made them both look like high rolls. Why? Simply put it, it's just being flexible. It's just being flexible. It's a skill in this game that, mostly in a resource game, that you have to learn. And that's why it's like, you can only go so much. Like, you can see which characters are really good and build around those, but you also have to be adaptable based on what you have access to. It's just being realistic. Is Giotto worth building? If you don't have if you don't already have a Doki Doki DPS like Ramolka or Messiah, then yeah, it is. Can Hellkid plus Valerian work as replacement for Sonya plus Val? Yeah, you definitely can do a tank version of that, so yeah. If you're going slower, just feel free to put in like an extra tank. Viper, Hellkid, I think either of those would work. Holden may actually work, like he may work. You can give him a shot because I don't think it's bad like if you build him and then he's not useful here because he'll be useful in other places. I don't get why Viper is so good. So first, see how she has two buffs conveniently? These two buffs are really annoying. You know what Viper does? He counterattacks, which also counts as a chance for Fangus to trigger, and also he strips two buffs, and he also applies attack down. That's pretty goddamn good. Is Codex mandatory in Valerian? No, right now it's bugged apparently. So it's not mandatory. Can you make a video on the stats and shells needed to auto Terra and Shells Inferno with Shadow Sonya team? I will definitely make a video on this team for Nico Nana tomorrow at least, but I don't know if I'm going to do it for Terramatan because I don't want to do this team for Terramatan. Like there's another team that I want to try building that I think will be better. Ah, crap. Are we just dead? Oh, let's go, Dot baby. That's one of the benefits of Dot. Would you reset Deting for Fangus if I have Shadow Sonya and Lily? No, I would keep, you definitely want to keep it. So we've only gotten like 2 or 3 of the ones, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Hey, Amoth. How's it going? Amother? I think it's Amother. Yeah. Sorry. I'm stuck. I suck with names. I seen you around. I know you've been here pretty much every day since the start. Thank you, man. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Is the late game playable without Lily? Yes. You just have to replace it with another tank sustainer. So Viper, Linglo, you're just gonna have to tank, and you're gonna have to do slower, more inconsistent clears. That's just the truth. Is Artisan better than Lily? Is Artisan better on Lily rather than Gigabyte? No, it does not matter between which one you go with, honestly. To be honest, I'm kind of trolling. I bet I could make this run more consistent if I switch Lily to defense percent modules. Then the Artisan's better. But if you don't have good defense percent modules for your right side, then Gigabyte's better. Can you play Dot without Shadow Sonya? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, you can play Dot without Shadow Sonya. So what you need to do is you come here for this team and you replace Shadow Sonya with Viper. That's what you do. And Lily, if you don't have her, you can replace her with Linglo or like a character that sustains like Helkin. Is Messiah a viable substitute for Chloros for Terramaton Hell? No, he doesn't do enough damage. Should I try to get all my shell passives to red or better modules? Make sure that all your modules are up to date first. Focus on the body first and then the passives after. Why Viper? So Viper is really, really, really good. And the reason why is you come here and you go to them. And how he works is he has this really good passive. So every time that someone gets crit, it reduces that damage by, it goes up to 30% when you skill this up. And then he also has, when you skill it up, it goes up to, you know, when receiving a chance, there's a 12% chance to counterattack with his S1. And then what happens is when an ally receives a crit, it will increase to 40%, which goes to 60%. So there's that. Okay. What happens is he does Savage Fang, right? Savage Fang here hits. And it has a chance to apply silence, but you don't really care about this. It's just free counterattacks. And it also generates him a stack of Serpent Skin. Now, if you skill this up, he gets 2. Now, why do you care about Serpent Skin? So when this gets 4 stacks, what happens is he'll cast his ultimate. And his ultimate will strip, and if you skill this up here, it'll go up to 2 debuffs. And he will also apply attack down and speed down. This is really good because guess what you want to do in Nico Nana? You want to strip her speed and attack buff. You want to give an attack down on her, give her a speed down. You also want to speed up. So Viper's perfect for that. And he's also great in Aurora because he's the stripper for Aurora. He's also great in Doki Doki if you don't have a DPS because he's going to be the key to your slow clears. So that's pretty much what you want to do when you're going with Viper. Viper is a really, really good character. And to be honest, I think at some point, everyone should build up Viper. Good. A lot of people are saying that it's worth capping stamina every day from now since ×2 event to get like 6.5k like that and spend all in. I think that it's... So my honest opinion is if you are not pushing for leaderboards or to be a top player and you are okay with scaling this entire season pretty much, like I'm talking like for the next like month and a half, then the best thing for you to do is to be as greedy as possible with all your stamina pots and also for all of your like stamina. So if you want to skip 5 days, by all means, you can skip 5 days. Do I think it's efficient? No. If you can farm Inferno shells or whatever your next highest difficulty is right now, then you may as well. If you are not already at Hell 4, then you want to be there because you want to be able to farm Hell 4 for your modules. Otherwise, you are going to end up farming like what? XP? Sure. You only need so much of XP. Like I'm going to farm XP, but I'm not going to farm a lot. Okay, you're going to do GP Outpost? Great. Like there's only so much that you need of GP Outpost. Gear, you can have as much as possible. So being able to dump it all into gear, mostly if you've been saving like 60 pots, like you're not going to get the value out of it unless you're at least at Hell 4, you know? So there's that. And then if you're at this point where you're farming Inferno, you may as well just be farming the Inferno shells because you're going to need those to complement the gear that you're going to get when you try to push into Inferno later. And preferably you do it so you can push into Inferno for the module event. So I think that generally for the average player, it's probably not worth it. If you're like a brand new player, then by all means go for it. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond tonight? Yes, the card portal is actually up, but to be honest, I'm being greedy because there's like 200 of you guys here. And by the way, it's crazy that there's 200 of you and I only have 57 likes. Come on, guys, please, please, I'm begging you, please. YouTube's telling me, they're holding a gun to my head. But yes, I do want to do Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, but I'll stay and do my like stamina first. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Your hidden tech doesn't work. Are you just going to reset Chloros for Messiah? Yes, that's the goal. That is the goal. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I see the likes going up. Thank you, homie. Thank you, Lamont. You're all the goats. Every person who likes is the goat. If you dislike, you're a hate watcher, but I appreciate you just as much. Do you think in late game, Holden will prefer Bramble instead of Swiftness? Probably not, because late game, when you have like 2.5k to 3k defense on him, like being standard, that's a 50 to 60% counterattack chance. At that point, there's literally no reason to have Bramble. You're like, it's just redundant. Right, so is this a leak that your hidden take? Oh, your hidden tech includes Chloros? No, it does not include Chloros. I'll tell you right now, it doesn't include Chloros at all. Well, actually, it could. Maybe it could. I could see it doing it. My goal is not to use Chloros, but that's not the goal. But you probably could. Who to 6-star first for Dot? Lily, Sonya, Fangus, Holden. The only 6-star that you need technically is Lily. It's just Lily. Why do some people recommend to stack defense on Valerian? Because they're using Artisan on her, but you really shouldn't. She scales off HP for her thing. What's the hidden tech? You'll find out in 2 days. 2 days. You'll find out then. I promise. You recommend building Holden if I don't play Dots or not? Holden's good for PvP, so you can build him for that if you want. Time to take Chloros out back. I wouldn't pull the trigger just yet. Unless you have something else in mind that you want to do, then by all means go for it. Without Dots, would you recommend Diting plus Remolcha or Messiah route? I think that Remolcha and Messiah are really, really good. Like, that route is fine. It's just, I'm gonna be honest, everything hinges on if the tech works, which is why I don't want to promise anything, because if I promise it and then it doesn't work, I'm gonna look like the biggest clown ever. So we can't do it just yet, but there's a chance that the standard route is saved. No, damn, we're so close. For tanking, HP is better than defense. So you need one character with Artisan, and that character will hold your defense %. Preferably that's a character like Lily, Freya, these characters that don't care about what their stat is, they just want defensive stats. Can we pre-farm mats for the hidden tech, or does that already spoil it? It already spoils it. Now this is where you leak your tech without proper testing and just go source, trust me, bro. But not really. That would be crazy, eh? And then it just doesn't work, and everyone's like, bro, this YouTuber baited me. I'm actually unsubscribing, and I'm reporting him to the devs. And then Jack personally comes and shoots me in the head. Takes me out the back and says, stop spreading misinformation. I'm building Holden since I don't have Chloros and need someone for Terror. Yeah, I mean, I think that he's definitely good. I think Holden's good for it. Sorry, I didn't see what the... Rebecca, wait, can you just repeat it? Author, can you just repeat it? I'll reread it. I don't know if I read it or not. For selected summon, should I pull Ramolka or Kloss for Doki 2? Also, can Shiata be a DPS? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. If I were to restart, I'd probably pick Shiata. Because she has been pretty good. And she's kind of better than Ramolka for the sense of, like, progression overall. It's slower, but it's probably better, honestly, if I'm gonna be real. If you can't, like, look at it right now, I understand. I don't know if you saw it, but a Spanish content creator I think it's your friend, or you talked with him since beta, posted a video of that. If you want, I sent a video or something. Oh, is that, there is one Spanish content creator. Sorry, let me find his name. Does it start with a H? Halleck? Halleck something? Alex, yeah. Yeah, I've talked to him. Yeah, he's a good guy. He was asking if he could like translate my my stuff for his community, for Spanish community, because apparently they, you know, most of them don't read English. And I said, yeah, that's fine. Will your Messiah route be Doki Doki only, or will it be Inferno Terror? It will be going into Doki Doki and then stat checking and Terror. But there's one, like, there's a route that may just be able to clear everything in a really stupid way, and you'll hate it, but it will be 100%. We're just gonna see if it works first. Is Shadow Sonya good for all thresholds? She's not good in Doki Doki, and she's not usable in Aurora. But she's good in Terror, and she's good for shells. And she's a pretty low investment character, to be honest. Should I focus with Shadow Sonya to start Hell Terror? Yes, but it's not consistent. You need the good setup. You should be focusing your shells first. He said that and said you were a good player, and he posted a video yesterday of the tech of the 2x sweat. He said to cap all stamina since that. I mean, yeah, you can do either or. I know people are thinking about the tech. Tomias was also talking about it, but I don't think he's going to do it. But the, one of my guildmates is doing it. We had a pretty, how to say it? We had a very interesting discussion where everyone had different opinions on it in the guild chat. So I don't think that, I understand the math behind it, but I think it's like, depending on what you're currently doing, it really is a situation where there's a chance that, like for me right now, because I can farm this Inferno shell, then why do you need 6-star Lily? She gets +5 speed, base speed too. It's really, really nice. And it makes her tankier, but it's really for the base speed, mainly for PvP. If you have enough speed, then you can go without it. But yeah, I understand the math behind overcapping the stamina. You're technically losing 2k. So in total, you lose 2k worth of stamina. I think it's like 2.4k, but you gain, depending on the amount of pots you have, you can be gaining like 5k plus worth of stamina. So yeah. Read last. Sorry, can you just repost it, Javer? The chat's going a little bit faster than I can keep up with, to be honest. Having a limit? Oh, if there's a limit, there will be riots in the street. There will be riots in the street. Me personally, I benefit from there being a cap, man. I benefit, but that will not go down. That will not go down well. What I really don't like of that is that I calculated and you have to spend like more than 20k of stamina in what, 3 days? It's 2 days, actually. It's 2 days. You need to have fast clears to do it. Otherwise, it's useless. What is this tech we are calling? So right now it's Dot, but there's a secret tech that's coming out in 2 days. Now there's a secret tech for Shadowflame Hoyen that will come out tomorrow, probably, I think. I re-rolled and got Linglo and Fangus. Leanne, Val, Linglo, Fangus. Clears take 1-2 minutes, but my health doesn't drop below half on the first. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Did you reset Dinah? Who's going to be your defense breaker for Aurora? That's the fun part. It's still going to be Dinah, just later. Just because I reset them doesn't mean I can't rebuild them later when I need them. The difference is right now I need this team to progress. I don't need Dinah to progress. What role does Holden play for Terror? He is the stripper, and he's also going to give you the resources that you need to survive the Terror Baton through his attack down. I don't think a non-dupe Daiting can solo DPS a Terror. No, probably not. Probably not unless it's really cracked gear. It's just enough dots? I think it's just enough dots. It's just enough dots. Yeah. What to farm if I can't clear health 4 on any modules? You need to go back. You need to improve your shells, and then you need to transition a little bit later into your Terramaton clears. And there's also the case where your gear is just not good enough, so you'll have to farm health 3 for a bit. And then you'll have to go through all of that. So sometimes it's just checking, is your shells up to date? Do you have good passives on them? If no, then you need to go back and do that. If yes, then it's your gear. Check, try to do health 3, farm health 3, slowly improve your gear. Eventually, you'll have a like 50 to 60% win rate on health 4. You accept it, you take the L, you farm through it, you get the gear, and all of a sudden it becomes 100%. And then you're like, oh yay, I'm the GOAT. And then you hit Inferno and you're like, ah, crap. Can I go straight to Dot? Yes, technically you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. So what would a Terror team with Holden look like? So you're looking at it. It's this, but Holden. Fast Holden. That's it. Isn't that great? Should I reset to Ting for Fangus and Lily is crucial for Dot? You definitely need Fangus, but at least for shells, you technically only need Fangus. Lily is nice to have and definitely best in slot, but if you don't have her, you just have to bring another Sustainer. And if you don't have Shadow Sonya, then you just use Viper. Is Dot good for Guild Boss? No, it's unusable in Guild Boss, and it's not usable for Phantom Theater, which is why I don't. This is why I wouldn't recommend like maining Dot. Dot is like a good band-aid for the areas where you're struggling, mostly when you first enter new areas. That's about it. Giada skill priority, S3, S2. Level 5, level 5. That's it. There's no point to level S1 anymore. People used to do it, but that was before it got patched out. Because they were using it to steal with Lily. They were using Lily to S1, which triggered Giada to steal the middle guy on the second wave of Doki Doki's buff, which would then let her nuke everybody. So all this talk about Dot team and stuff makes everything else feel / unuseful. Are they gonna kill the Ting now? No, probably not. And hey, Quars, come back in 2 days. I guarantee you I'm gonna change everything for you if you think Dot's the only way. I was just as down as you. I thought everything was over. I was having a massive meltdown on the Discord, bitching and complaining in a thread, getting absolutely rage baited by, yes, people who were not actually the brightest, but I was getting rage baited and it was my fault. At the end of the day, I sat back and someone showed me the light, truly the light. And in 2 days from now, I will show you that light, the light at the end of the tunnel. So for now, just hold tight. How would you feel if there's a new LD banner on the next week? I would be very happy with it. I would be excited because I want a new LD unit. They won't nerf to Ting, but they'll buff the bosses. If they buff the bosses, man, bro, it's over. What have they announced now? I woke up late and it feels like everybody's so positive about Etheria when yesterday they were all riots. So we all got resets. So now there's 3 free resets. Well, not free. There's nothing in a public Discord. It's all private. You will never find it. It's either you're in the know or you're not. And it's okay, because everyone will be in the know in 2 days. Should I reset Marvel? Cozy, all I'm going to say is, fuck the Marvel. Just fuck the Marvel. Trust. 2 days. I have Messiah and Lily. What do you recommend to pick from targeted summon for Doki Doki? Lily and Messiah. Pick the Shadow Sonya, bro. Oh, wait, no, you can't. It's targeted. Jokes. I wish you could. That'd be crazy. What would you pick? You have Lily, you have Messiah. You get to Ting. What do you want? What do you want from targeted summon? What would I pick from targeted summon in that position with that account? Don't need Giada. You don't need Ramoka. We know you don't need Chloros now. What would you pick? I would pick nothing. I would save it and then see what you get from standard banner. And once you get into late game Doki Doki, if you don't have Kloss, I would pick Kloss. That's what I would do. That's what I would do in your position. What happened to Chloros? He got caught with his pants down. Bros cringe. All our homies hate Kloss now. We're all Kloss haters. Sorry, not Kloss. Chloros. We love Kloss. I love Kloss. Don't know why I talk shit about Kloss. Now all my homies hate me. Nah, he's not useless. We're gonna see. I think he definitely can have a place. Would you recommend buying the 800 and 1200 packs of pulls with gems from the shop every week? How many losses have we had? We've had 2. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. For a Band-Aid team. Would you recommend it? If you are a free-to-play player, no. If you are a pay-to-play player, then yeah, you can. It's slightly cheaper than what it actually costs. Honestly, I should need to do it. Bro reminded me. This one I probably skip. This one, yeah, this one you buy. This is what I buy. And then I would debate this. This is not worth it. This just isn't worth it. We could gamble on some gear. Is the meta Yang? So Yang is pretty good, but you need to have enough DPS. Yang only works if you're able to like get pushed through the first wave. We don't have enough damage to push through the first wave. don't bother. It's more of a late game transition. I just got Shadow Sonya on level 29. Should I build her up? So Shadow Sonya is a sleeper. Okay, there are two characters that are sleeper until now, until you're at like level 50. Until then, just let them sit there, let them cook, and just remember that you will touch them. But you're going to want to start building them up once you get to like the level 40 stages, or once you hit a brick wall in hell, because Dot will be your savior then. So wait until you hit the brick wall, that's the 30s, and then do it. If you really want, at level 30 to 33, there's a nice gap where you can just farm XP, and you can choose to build her up then to prep her. Alright, so here's the thing, Flamingo. I can't, because this is so broken. From what I've seen, this is so insanely broken that you do not need to have anything specific. You just need to have speed, accuracy, and that's it. That's it. It has nothing to do with Dot. You just need speed and accuracy. So there's the only thing that you need to know. Let's go get our weekly quest. Oh, you know what we need to do? So there's a really, really, really dumb quest here where you need to, oh, it changes every week. So this week it's do arena. Last week it was do summons. That's stupid. That's dumb. I wanted to gamble. Last week it was you had to do pools, man. Also, where's our threes? Is Lily in that secret team? No. Actually, no. Yeah, she's not. Which is surprising. You could probably use her there. What if I told you Doki Doki is in that team's best situation? How would that make you feel? Is Shadow Sonya a good pair with Heinrich? If you need a stripper, yeah. Otherwise, no, not really. I'd say I have Doki Doki. Does she need skill ups? No, but eventually you'll make her 155. Eventually. Okay, so Baguette, no, it has nothing to do with the AoE Revelation, but I will be building AoE Revelation. If they do not patch it, 100%. We're going to Shadowflame Hoyin tomorrow. Tomorrow is Shadowflame Hoyin Day, and I'll show you one little secret tech there to fix everything. But that is not the secret tech, okay? That's not the secret tech that's going to fix everything for non-dot players, okay? All I'm going to tell you is farm speed gear, get as much accuracy as you can, be ready, and you just need to have one cracked DPS gear. That's it. It doesn't matter who your DPS is, but it needs to be good gear. If you're free to play, would you reset Leanne for Holden? No, probably not. I got Hein, Bjorn, Rahu. Who should I get from the selected banner? Hein, Bjorn, Rahu. Ooh. Who do you want? Do we need Perfect Gladys ready? No. No. But you can save your resets if you want, because I'll show you the top end of the comp, and then I'll show you the baseline. Okay, the DPS does have to be a little bit cracked, to be honest, but if you have a good ting, you're good to go. That's it. You saw the update on the Pride West. You agree with all the characters are placed? No, I have not seen the Pride Win update. Show the Valerian gear. You know what we'll do? We'll make a Pride Wins React. You know, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do a Pride Wins React tier list video. Should we do one of those? Should I be one of those YouTubers? Is that fun? Do we want to do that, chat? Where are we? Yes, do. Yep. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Sweet. Let me show this guy this gear first. Here it is. Ah. In the meantime, while you look at that, let me get that going real quick. Let's pop this out here. Let's go to the tier list. Let's go here. We're going to pop this open real quick. Let's go properties. Is that good enough? Can we see? Can we see, chat? Let me just quickly move all my stuff here. Let's see. Yes, yeah, my Valerian gear is not very good. It's not very good at all. Okay, what do we build on Viper? Just accuracy and tank. HP, defense, just that, and then some speed if you can. All right, let's do a video. So I probably won't look too much at chat on this one at the start, but let's do that. Say hi to YouTube chat. We're gonna make the tier list video. That's right. Say hi to YouTube in 3, 2, 1. What's up, YouTube? We're going to be reviewing the new changes to the Pridewind tier list that just dropped. And this is according to Zyro and Big Bear Gazo. So shout outs to them. They've done a lot of great work on Pridewind. I know Zyro's a mod on the Discord, and Big Bear, I've known him since the January CBT. Great guy. So don't listen to chat. I didn't sell them anything, by the way, but we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to start off here. I'm going to go very quick on the generic PvE because I don't think this is really what people care about. I think most people care about the specific dungeons. I actually really wish that they did shells, but let's go over it and go through each one. We'll start off very quickly with the DPS. So right off the top, we have in tier 0, right off the bat, Da-Ting. He's here, and we made a video on him, and I think everyone can agree that yes, this guy, when you think about single target DPS, Da-Ting is your man. And I also see he is in tier 0 for Aurora, Terramaton, and also the Phantom Theater and Union boss. You know what? I agree with this. He is definitely the king of DPS. I 100% agree. So this one, dead on. Messiah, Grandy, Believers, you eat well. I was told that I was not allowed to go the Grandy route. And all Grandy route was Messiah, Lily, and then pick as all your healers. That's it. And honestly, 0.5 and everything else, that's a scam. He should be tier 0 and everything, like literally everything. So I think that this is still underrating this guy. He has just proven time and time again that Messiah is the GOAT of Etheria. So if you have your Messiahs, get building 100%. You heard it here. Killia approved. All right. In terms of the other DPSs, we got Rahu. Rahu's a pretty interesting one. When you think about like a fair, solid DPS, you think Rahu. And he doesn't do anything fancy, right? But Rahu just does it well. Even in like Doki Doki, I agree with that tier 1. Obviously, he's unusable in Aurora because of the mechanics. Terramaton is actually pretty interesting. He definitely is usable there, mostly with the introduction of a new character like Holden. So, who also is seeing his debut in tier 0. But yeah, I kind of agree with this. I think he's very, very fair. So I'm definitely a big fan of Rahu here at 0.5. I think this is a solid option. We got Rosa here, tier 0.5, but she is tier 0 in Aurora. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's very, very fair right here. I don't think I have any issues with this Aurora tier. This Rosa rating. Perfectly fine. Tier 0, 0.5 in Doki Doki. Actually, you know what? I disagree with that Doki Doki one very, very heavily. I understand that people are looking at Revelation and saying this is great, but I don't think that I would recommend to most people to use Rosa. There's just so many better options in Doki Doki right now that I just don't think that I would recommend her there. In terms of Shadow Sonya, Aurora, obviously she's literally unplayable there, so there's no point. Doki Doki at tier 2. I would put her down lower in Doki Doki. Dot is not very playable in Doki Doki. It's just not optimal. Even with Obel, wouldn't recommend it at all. Not a huge fan of this. Everywhere else though, I think this is fair. Terramaton, generic PvE, I assume this means shells. Very good. PvP wise, yeah, I agree. When you want to cheese or put a band-aid on your PvE, Sonya's always there, okay? I'm gonna be honest. We're a little bit of a Sonya lover right now, aren't we, chat? You know, we're all starting to see our girl finally shine. I'm proud of her. Feels like you're seeing your daughter come home for the first time. I don't have a daughter. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm literally just pulling this out of my ass. So, yeah, I think this is generally fine. Giada, 0.5, 0 in Doki Doki. Absolutely, 100% agree. I don't have any problems with this rating at all. PvP, tier 1. potentially. So definitely potential there. I agree with this for the most part though, but I would put her in tier 1 for PvP. I think she deserves a little bit more praise there. Your daughter coming back home. That's a good one. That's a good one. Your daughter coming back home. All right, in terms of the tier 1s, we got Bjorn. That's true. Honestly, I'm actually going to say that he's much lower in PvP. So I would not say that he is good in PvP at all right now, because there is a revelation tech going around that just absolutely destroys these characters. So you can't do it. Then we have Fangus. Yeah, this is solid. He's really good. I would actually put him in tier 0.5 for general PvE right now. I think that he's proven his case in the later stages. Chloros, yeah, he's in the dumpster. Get rid of your Chloroses, but he's still really good in like Union Boss and any single target DPS. He's okay in Terramaton, but he's definitely not as good as we thought he would be. Wow, I'm so surprised to see Ramoka this low. Ramoka is dog water to be down here. That is, they're doing her an injustice, guys. They're really giving her just the Doki Doki or nothing, despite the fact that every single top rated player abused the crap out of Ramoka. Yeah, nah, that's terrible. She should be tier 0 in PvP. She's the best cleave DPS because she bypasses so many mechanics with her splash. So she deserves 0.5. 100%. This should be one higher. This is an actual highway robbery. Don't care about this character. I think Prywin just has a big boner for this chick, honestly. Like, calm down. She's only good in like one late game mode, and we don't even know if she's still good there. Calm down, calm down. What's the build for Shadow Sonya modules? Just speed. Just speed. Tiamat. Yeah, I mean, she's seen the fall from grace, but she's still okay. She's still okay in PvP. Actually, you know what? I think that she should be lower, because I think they're really underestimating how bad the revelation, like, just absolutely destroys these characters. There's that. And then down here, debut, tier 2. Oh, Yan. Chat, what do you think about that? They killed our girl. They're saying our girl's trash. Wow, that's crazy. Tier 0 PvP, yes, but I think tier 2 is a little bit unfair. You really think Rin is better generally? Generally? Really? Come on. Come on, come on, come on, Prywin. Come on, Prywin. Bring her down, bring her down. I'll accept the Hoyan here if you put Rin down here. Otherwise, you're capping. Leanne, yeah, this is fine. Tier 2 is where I would expect her to be. And then, yep, F's in the chat for Victor. Rest in peace. He's dead. Found in a ditch. It was nice knowing you, buddy. It was nice knowing you. And then everything else here, pretty standard. Pretty standard. Okay. So now we have debuffers. We'll go through the rest of the tier 0s just because of why not. So we got Heinrich here. I think that he has fallen from his grace. Originally, he was the original OG tier 0 across the board. Fallen a little bit. Doki Doki, yeah, this is for sure. There's nothing really to strip there. They're all unstrippable buffs. He doesn't really provide anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we have tier 1, Doki Doki is fine. 0.5 in Terramaton. Honestly, yeah, that's fine. He competes with Holden there, so if you want, I would say they either both need to be tier 0, or you're going to put like Holden top, and then you're going to put Veronica and Heinrich in tier 0.5. Generic PvE, that's fine. Boss, yeah, that's fine. It transitions in PvP tier 0. Yeah, I mean, this is the GOAT. He's still the GOAT. Then we have Holden. This guy's solid. Tier 0 debut. And I think that everyone can kind of agree. If you've built a good Holden, this guy is a monster. Terramaton, he's really good. He is clearing pretty much everything in Terramaton right now for the dot teams. Generic PvE, yeah, I think this guy is going to scale more and more and more. And I think that as people get more resources to build more characters, Holden is going to be a high priority. Klaus, honestly, it's crazy how good this character has become. And to be honest, I had so many people saying that she was going to be broken, and they were right. She is just a monster. Everywhere you can use her, she's good. Honestly, she even deserves to be tier 0 in PvP. She is one of the most versatile and best characters in every aspect I would never, ever, ever not be happy with having a Kloss. Like, the only time I would not use Kloss is in, like, Nico Nana, but heck, there's even people in the Asia server using her in Inferno Nico Nana, where she gets one shot. In Aurora, you see she's tier 2. She is the GOAT. I agree with that. Lily, our first tier 0 across the board. I don't even think Messiah, yeah. Okay, you know what, Vulcan? You were right. You were right. I give it up. Lily is the best character in Etheria Restart. I 100% agree. If your account has Lily, you're feeling great. If you don't, man, you're over there begging for a Lily banner. You're begging for a Lily banner. You're like, please, 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 please. And if you don't, tough titties, buddy. Tough titties. No banner for you. Linglo, yeah, she's just a really good sustain. Like, honestly, all three of these sustains are great. I don't think anyone's here is going to argue or be surprised about them. And then we got Valerian. She is the biggest kind of up out there. I think before they had her in like what, tier 2, tier 3? They had her low, but she has just proven that since you can no longer cheat the game with pushback and manipulation, the only other thing that you can do is just say, hey, I'm going to cheat the game by simply saying I can't die. And her shields are really good. She's one of the only like real good like shielders in the game that are as accessible and low cost to entry, because the only other one is like what, Hellkit, but this guy requires a lot of resources, and it's even if you have him. So yeah, that's pretty good. We'll just quickly over tier 2. Dinah, Gray, yeah, pretty standard. We already know about these characters, so they're great. Freya, honestly, hot take, Freya should be tier 0. This is a general one. There's no reason she should not be in tier 0. This chick has changed the game. People just always underrate how much Freya is actually doing. But when you look at the clears, it is very, very obvious that she is up there in tier 0. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know if they're just putting her here because they don't want to have this empty, but yeah, Freya is easily a tier 0 character. And I'm so surprised that they have her at 0.5 here. 0 everywhere else, so they admit it. Oh, and yeah, that's even to not mention that there is currently a bit of a tech right now with Freya and other characters that have 4 multi-hits on their S3 or in general, and that is to just put on Revelation, get max crit, and then put attack percent on your last slot. So you go double crit rate and then attack percent. And if you can get momentum, that also gets crit rate, so you may only have to do 1 crit rate. You get as much attack as possible, and then you just nuke them with the S3. Man, and that's just the cheese part of her. That's not what makes her broken. It's the fact that she's pushing her team, she's giving them attack buff. Nightmare is a damage multiplier, just a flat damage percent multiplier, and she is giving you defense buff. She's pushing the team forward, pushing the enemy back. She's a bridger, she's an opener. She is everything. She is everything, but she doesn't do anything flashy. She just does it all, and you just take it for granted until you don't have it. So yeah. Anyway, I sold you guys on Freya. Overall, everything else, okay, cool. Marvel's still here, yep. I'm surprised Mio's here, but she's in tier 0 PvP. Kazuya, yep, she has a very specific place, and she's starting to see a lot more play with the Revelation tech. Marvel, standard, opener, all this is pretty good. So we'll go into the specific tier list. So let's start off with Aurora. Do we see anything here that stands out? No, not really. This is pretty much what I expected from this list. The only thing that I disagree with is I think Viper should be a little bit higher. I think that they're underrating him because they are overvaluing Holden. But you got to remember, after the banner ends, not everyone's going to have access to Holden. So who's going to be their next best option? It's going to be Viper. And who is actually safer to invest into first? It's Viper. I think people are underplaying this guy, and they're going to start to see his value more and more creep up. A lot of the top players are starting to abuse him for these harder Inferno modes, and you're going to start to see more of them build him, because most of the time when one person does it, everyone's going to start doing it, and then people start to realize, wow, this is actually really broken. So there's that. Otherwise, I don't see anything else here that stands out. Yeah, makes sense. Sorry. So yeah, everything else here makes sense, looks good. We got Doki Doki here. Yeah, this makes sense. The only thing I disagree with here, which I've already mentioned, was Rosa. I don't think she's that good. I think she deserves to be in tier 1. She's kind of in the same situation where she only has like 1 ult and that's it. And then you're kind of just waiting. I can see it with Rosa and Lily specifically, but I think that you need just so much more like specific gear for her. Like the gear requirement for these characters is all about the same. For Rosa, it's much, much higher. So there's that. Everything else pretty standard across the board. Nothing too crazy here. Honestly, this should be lower. There's no reason that a single, like this character just needs to be down here. He's single target. He doesn't really work well in Doki Doki. Yang. Wow. Okay, so I'm very surprised to see Yang here in this low, because he is starting to pop up everywhere in the top of the leaderboard in terms of clear speed. And that's because as people get better gear, Yang gets better. He gets a crit buff as a starting one on his first wave. So the idea is that you crit buff and get an attack buff, and then you one-shot the first wave. You go into the second wave. Yang is going to be decently fast because he's usually going to be moving fast enough that he'll lap the second wave's first turn. He'll use his S3, push everyone up, and then you just absolutely destroy them before they even get a chance. So this is really good for late game. So yeah, I think Yang has already proven that he deserves to be tier 2. I don't know when they updated this list. They updated it yesterday. So they should have already seen the Yang tech, because this was already starting to pop up. So this, which is a little bit crazy, because we actually saw, if you guys were paying attention to like other YouTubers, in the content creator server, Yang was also the top clear. So it's not really a surprise to see him pop up here. So yeah. And then everything else pretty standard. Teramaton. Wow. Heinrich dropping to 0.5. I know we saw it earlier, but dang, is that just so true? The one that I'm really surprised about is the fact that we don't have, where is she? Where's Shadow Sonya? Am I crazy? Oh yeah, she's up here. But then why don't we have Fangus up here? Because Fangus is like kind of key to that. So like, don't we want Fangus up here in 0.5? I think we do. Yeah. And also Messiah has not really cleared. Fangus has more clears than Messiah in Teramaton. Like Messiah doesn't even have a single clear. So this should be swapped for sure. For sure. Everything else though, I think that I kind of agree with here. Yeah, this is all about correct. Yeah. Still don't know why we're sold on the turn to dot here, Bridewin. I think this is the same thing with Ren Unbowed. You're just a little bit how do I say it? A bit horny for him. A bit horny. So there's that. Okay, let's take a look at what everyone wants. The PvP tier list, the last one. So what is it? PvP. Bjorn in tier 0. This is by far, I'm sorry, Prime. They must just not know about the revelation bug. Listen, if they are a HP scaler, and I'm talking our Bjorn, I'm talking our Tiamat, they need to drop down like 2 tiers because they are garbage right now as revelation stands. As more and more people start to abuse revelation, these characters are going to drop like flies. Rahu will also probably drop down to tier 1 because he also gets destroyed by that. What really needs to be up here is we need to start seeing some characters, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy. You know who I think needs to be up here? Where is she? Where is she? Is she even on here? Wait. Bro, they actually don't have her on here. They don't have Silence. They don't have Silence on here, do they? Oh, they do. She's right here. I thought she wasn't even on the list. I thought that was crazy. But you know who's going to pop up real quick? Silence and Dinah. You want to know why? Because Revelation is going to take over very, very, very soon if they don't nerf it. So these characters being right here, this is the fakest news since sliced bread. Like, this is fake. Be prepared. Like, if they do not nerf Revelation very soon, you are going to want to build these characters for PvP. Like 100%, you are going to cheese wins. And characters like Obel should probably be up here. These characters are going up, and characters like Bjorn and Tiamat are going down, down, down. So, just saying. Everything else here, I think I pretty much agree with for the most part. They're all pretty good. Like I said, the only characters that would go down is like Bjorn and Tiamat. They're HP scalers. Goodbye. Defense scalers would drop down a tier, and everyone who can abuse Revelation would go up. And that's pretty much what I agree with here. So overall, I think Prime 1 did a pretty good job on their tier list. I don't disagree with everything. I think that maybe some of it is just because they're not 100% up to date on the information and may have already built a draft and wanted to just send it through. But yeah, I think a pretty good job. I think for the most part, you can go through Prime 1's guides and stuff and be pretty happy with what you end up with for the most part. As long as you're not just going in, looking at tier 0 and plopping in your DPS, your debuff support. Just be a little bit smart. You'll be good to go. Good job, Pride Win. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye. So what do you guys think about this tier list? Like, what's your honest opinion on it? The revolution is rising. Yes. Do you have shells with 3 attributes? Yes, I do, but I only have one good one. I only have one. Oh, I actually just got, whoa, wait. You guys got to see this one. It's okay for healers. Actually, I could use this set. Wait. Let me show it. I want to build around Revelation considering the nerf is incoming. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hey Kabaz, how's it going? I'm doing good. Why they base Fangus off crit? Yeah, I don't know why. He's a crit character. It's not amazing, but it's definitely usable. Like, I could definitely see myself building a character with these, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Let's just go again. I'll just do the 9 run. 6-star Fangus or Shadow Sonya after Lily? Shadow Sonya if anyone, but to be honest, you don't need a 6-star either of them. I only did Shadow Sonya because I wanted the speed. The thing is like, they're kind of scared, so I actually wouldn't be too surprised if they choose to just say, nah, we're just gonna deal with it. Fangus needs 555? No, he needs 553. I just got Momentum, Harvest, Fury Edge, White Veil. Oh, sheesh. Realistically, should I keep going until I get Keen Eye, Fury Edge, or just stop? Just stop. Go farm Aurora 4. Just go farm Aurora 4 if you can, and get a good momentum set, and then you are GG. That's GG. Should I reset my Chloros for Messiah? No Lily. You can if you want, but honestly, I would say wait as long as possible to see all the different ideas that people are going to try out and come up with, and then just copy whatever the best one is by the end of this week. Chloros reset for Holden worth it? Probably not for Holden, but if you have another good DPS like Messiah and stuff, I guess you can. But again, I really would recommend, if you're asking the question for the most part, you probably need to wait and see what's going to happen when we get into like the end of the week, because we're going to see a lot of teams start to come together. Is Momentum the best DPS set? For PvE, Momentum is the best set because it's pretty much rage set. Wow, I got this twice. I got 2 of these on my account. That's crazy. I think Hellkid will be the savior Inferno stages. I think that you can definitely scale to just tanking it out with it. 100%. How do you build Shadow Sonya? Full speed and accuracy, and then a little bit of bulk. Like this. That's all. Very, very simple. Is it possible to beat Inferno Shell dungeons without .team? Possibly. Possibly. We'll see. There's possibly one saving grace. Can you please show your Shadow Sonya and Fangus build? Yeah, I mean, this is the Shadow Sonya. This is the Fangus. One commenter did mention that, and it was a pretty good idea, and that was that if you wanted to run to be a little bit more consistent, you could technically farm a second codex and put it on Shadow Sonya, and it would make your auto runs a little bit more consistent. Does Sonya need skill ups? Yes, she does. She wants her S1 to level 5 because it increases the dot duration by extra turn, which really helps, and it also increases her passive to 100% chance to inflict the dot. And then Fangus, you want a 553? All you need. And preferably on, like, really want him on Codex. Would you build a Shadow Sonya team around level 30 to push general PvE? Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can, but you definitely want to make sure that you have, like, a deting and stuff so you don't get locked away at Aurora. What show do you have on Vegas? I have Codex. Does Valerian need Cure or just 12 Wellspring? Valerian really wants just 12 Wellspring. She doesn't care about Cure. To be honest, if they fix the Codex bug on her, then it will be Bulwark and 12 Wellspring, and then you put it on a Codex, and that's how you get the Bulwark. That's the best case scenario. Shadow Sonya's pet is not the dot one? No, it's not. Because I don't think farming, like, if you want to, you can go farm Sharon, but do I think that it's efficient to farm Sharon rather than farming, like, continuing to farm Nico Nana and heavily improve your shells up until 45 and then farm Shadow Flame Hoyan get a good Jackal Guard, get a good Revelation, and then farm out the rest of your gear until you're ready to go and try to start pushing Inferno dungeons, that's probably the safer route. So that's just my recommendation there. So the best set for Ting is Momentum and Fury. Yeah, it's like Momentum and Fury. If you can get 12-12, it's like Momentum and Onslaught. If you can get 12-12, Kenai and Momentum is technically the highest damage cap. And then also there's Momentum and Fury. Again, it's really more about how to maximize your stats more than it is which gear set is the best. So that's really just all that matters at the end of the day. One defeat. I mean, I'm happy with this as long as it's like 90%, because eventually we'll stat check it. What's the best shells for Messiah for PvP and PvE? It is Revelation. How do you guarantee Lily follow-up attack Sonya and not Fengus? So how Lily's twin trick decides its target is by whoever has the highest attack. So you can see right now, I have 1,800 attack. And we go to Fengus, he has 1,653. That is the reason. Who's the girl besides Sonya on the thumbnail, brother? Oh, so that is Dryzen. She is a character from a game called Shadowverse. So right now I'm being a little bit greedy. I was supposed to already go into it, but eventually I'm going to finish up my Etheria restart, and then we're going to go and do some theory crafting on Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, which is a digital card game that I am super hyped to play. I'll be streaming pretty much all week. I'll be streaming Shadowverse until Etheria restart has reset, and then I'm going to do reset, and then I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to wake up and do it all again for like 7 days straight. It's going to be crazy, but that's the goal. So I'm super excited. Don't get me started. What was your favorite character from Shadowverse 1? I really loved Prime Dragon Keeper, because Prime Dragon Keeper literally won me like a huge tournament and gave me a chance to almost go to Worlds. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to Worlds, but it gave me a chance, and she carried me like pretty much all season. Super, super fun. Love that character. Here for Shadowverse, that's my boy. That's my boy over there. Does Revelation work on Ramoka, by the way? It does, but the issue is it does not work with her splash damage, so Revelation does not count towards it. Do you have specific passives in Fengus Shell? No, I mean, I do, but it was more for Veronica, just to get enough speed to like be in the right speed tune. But technically he does have like this, but that's about it. Everything else doesn't matter. Actually, technically this does matter, but it doesn't really. Dot Future is come with another Dot character. Yes, it's okay. We're going to commit to Dot, and together, when they release the next LD, it's going to be another Dot character, and all the non-Dot players are just going to have to accept it. Lily is needed in this team? No, you can replace her with like another sustainer. I'm so glad Worlds Beyond was released, because now I have a game to play during the downtime after dailies. Exactly. That's exactly what it will be. What's the team for Aurora without Dot? The team with Aurora, for Aurora without Dot? Oh, it's just, you're just gonna dot away everything else. Doki doki, easy peasy. You're gonna build a cracked Messiah or Ramocha. You're gonna farm it away, get really cracked gear, come in, one shot it with the Ting or Rosa. Simple as that. Simple as that. It just becomes a stat check, and it's your last priority. That's really all it is. Already read that. Could you recommend Nico Nana shells for Dot team? I'm not past Shannon in the shell dungeon. Hey Koriko, how's it going? So could you recommend Nico Nana shell for Dot team? Pretty much just gigabytes. Just go for gigabytes and a single artisan. And then the last one doesn't matter. Like just that. I just build my Shadow Sonya and Fengus and still in mid-game and don't know what to substitute Lily because I don't have her. So pretty much if you don't have Lily, what you want to do is you're going to want to take more. Okay, so right now I'm just talking about like the Nico Nana team, but technically you can use this anytime that you're trying to use this core. Fengus is actually the real carry. Okay, everything else is just there to support him or to take advantage of his passive. So you're going to want characters that are going to move fast, they're going to hit, they're going to have good chances to trigger these passives. A good character for that is Viper. So Viper is a really, really good one here. This guy. This guy's going to be great. After that, if you don't have, if you still don't have enough, you can go for like a second sustain. So if you don't have Shadow Sonya, you replace it with Viper. If you don't have Lily, you replace it with Linglo. And that's going to be your answer. Level S3, S3 necessary for Fangus to work. It just makes it more consistent. Every single skill up that you do on Fangus here just makes it more consistent up until this point. That's all it is. Viper, which skills should I upgrade? S2 into S3 into S1. Should I build Chloros for Terror if I don't have to Ting? Should I build Chloros for Terror if I don't have to Ting? Yeah, probably a good option. I'm new to the dot team. Can you tell me what team do you use for Health 3 and Health 4 Termaton? So when you're going in there, you're just going to build Valerian. Valerian is insane when it comes to this. You'll definitely want to build Valerian for your dot clear. Then if you have Lily and you have Sonya, then you go with her. And then you can build like, from there, you can just build Freya, just because she's going to help you cycle. And then you can build like a character as well, like Holden now is available. You could also bring in, what's his face? Where is he? Where is he? Am I crazy? I'm missing him. I'm missing him. Missing him. Where is it? Where's this character? Oh yeah, Hellkid. If you have Hellkid, you can build him. Or you can just bring Leanne just for a little bit of damage. Really, after you have that core of like Lily, Sonya, Valerian, and Fangus, the last slot is super flexible. Some people, mostly for the early Terramatons, just still use Obel. Just use Obel. They don't care. They just accept that he's going to be fast. He's going to move first, and then he's going to die. Because he'll just put a bunch of dots on. That's about it. How do we build Keen Eye Fury onto Ting if we can't clear Hell 3 Terror yet? The people buy the set, yeah, they buy it from the shop. That's what a lot of people do. Otherwise, you're going to want to start off by building your Onslaught Harvest and then farm up. That should allow you to unlock your Keen Eye, and then you transition. So no Fangus. Well, if you don't have Fangus, then you just can't do dot, to be honest. Can you auto Hoyan Inferno yet? No, but we will tomorrow, because I'm going to build a character. And you know what that character is? I'll actually show you her. It's this chick. We're building her tomorrow, and we're going to clear Inferno Hoyan with her. That's right. We're Selence Gaming. She's scaled. Shadow Sonya and Fangus for Inferno. 160, 180 seems to be about the number, but I don't know the exact number because we don't know the exact one. So yeah. But yeah, if you want to play along with me, build up your Selence, you will need her. And all you need her on is to be faster than Lily. That is the only, oh, and 140 accuracy. 140 accuracy seems to be the magic number. Selence can probably clear Inferno Doki too. Well, yeah, I think that she has potential for Doki as well. But she is actually the answer. I'm not even kidding. She is actually the answer for Inferno. Oh yeah. And you're going to have to trust me on this one. But you actually need to get this. I'm so sorry. You need to get this. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad asking you guys to raise this, but I promise you it is going to be worth it because we're going to abuse her for Revelation, and we're also going to build her for Hoyan. In general, 140 accuracy seems to be correct. Just poop a lot. Listen, if you don't have it, it just makes the run inconsistent. That's all. That's all. That's all. Did we get anything good? No. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with the one shell we got from here. Where is it? Where is it? We got this one. This one I can play with. I can play with for sure once we clear Doki. But you know what I really need? I need some revelations, man. I need some revelations. So how much more resets do we have? We have a lot. We have a lot of resets. Okay. Sure. Sure. So what we'll do is before I forget, let's just go here. We're going to save this. We're going to go Shadow Sonya, save this. We're going to go here to Lily. We're going to save this. We're going to save this. Where's our Lily? Do we have Lily on here anywhere? Yes, we do. Lily. Then we have, where is she? Huh? Where is she? Valerian? Oh, she's just on her stat already. And then not this guy, not this guy, not this guy. It's... Where is she? Am I crazy? Oh, it's here. Does Hoyen need skills upgrade as well then? No, no. Hoyen, you're not gonna upgrade. You're not gonna upgrade her. Don't bother. What shall I buy for the module shop for Deting? I would recommend that you try to go for momentum set or fury set. Okay, so now what I concern is what is my starting... What are you starting off when you're building dot team? I'm not able to clear other content like GP. So that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't recommend you start with dot. You transition into dot later like I am now. Mangas. Alright. So let's go here. We're gonna do PvP Mio. We're gonna go shell. We're gonna go here. We're gonna switch this to Codex. Why am I getting pinged? Stop pinging me, people. Okay. Yep, we're gonna do that. We're gonna keep this. We need to farm green, right? Yeah, we need to farm green. PvP Freya. Yeah, alright, cool. So let's actually start building Solents, because to be honest with you, I'd much rather build a really cracked Revelation. So yeah, let's start with this. Boom, boom. Okay, cool. You want that attack anyway for the Revelation. It was not a mistake or a waste. What's your recommendation for accounts without Kloss? She brings so much to the table. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to find alternatives like using characters like Marvel for the slowdown where that's better, and Gray for the defense down where you can do that. Ooh, I don't have the gear there. Actually, you're right. What am I doing? I know how to do this. I know how to do this. It's go here, change this to Chloros' set. Go here. Switch this to... Where is it? Other Kloss. Make sure I didn't disrupt my sets anywhere. I did. Effect accuracy. Defense bonus. Does that break the Mio set? It does. I mean, that's fine. What's the last one I was doing? It was Kloss, Remolka, that. And then... I mean, I'll just do Deting. Time to go dot. Hell yeah, brother. I'm just gonna farm mats until the end of the week, until a day. Yeah. Is your guide still updated? To be honest, no. To be entirely honest with you, it is not. Yeah, we'll go here. Should I build Born for defense PvP? I don't have Messiah. Right now, Bjorn is not a good investment. Until they decide to fix what's going on with Revelation, you don't want to put characters that are defense scaling. Simple as that. You know what? I don't even think Remolka's better here. I'll switch back to Chloros. It's probably faster. Bjorn is going to get one shot by Freya. Yeah, crazy. But that's the truth. By the way, there's 300 of you guys, please. If you have not already clicked the like button, please click it. It helps YouTube a lot. Say, hey, we love you, Kyoya. Here's more people that are going to be interested in your videos and your streams. So I'd really appreciate it. No pressure, though, but it does make you much more cooler, handsome, pretty, more sexually attractive in real life if you click it. Just letting you know. It's a little life tip for you there. Deting, Fury, Onslaught, or Momentum Onslaught. Preferably Momentum Onslaught. Do you reset anyone yet? Yeah, I reset my Veronica and I reset my Chiaki the Echo. So let's go here. I'm gonna switch over to Chloros Artist. What are suggestions for defense PvP main DPS? So I use Remolka because she's like the best cleaver, and then I put characters that just say, please don't touch me, and if you do, it's a speed check. Can you stroke my ego again by saying my Messiah plus 2 dupes is the god of Etheria? Your Messiah plus 2 dupes. Was that you? Oh, you mean the Brightwood tier list. Listen, he is the DPS god of Etheria Restart. Saving sand pots? Yes, I'm saving them for the weekend. Where are we? Chloros. Gotta go all the way down here. Huh? There we go. How much effect accuracy do I need to be comfortable on debuffers like Dyna? It depends on the content, but generally about 120 to 140 seems to be about the magic number. If they have resistance, usually it's not that much, and usually you need to bump up to like 160. Just defeat Nico Nana Hell, now road to level 40 for new bosses, another pain. That is always the pain, but just remember at the end of the day, do your shells, be as good as you can for your shells, try to push as far as you can for gear, go get your gear, and then upgrade, accept the fact that it's not going to be 100%, slowly get through it, and eventually you'll upgrade your gear and everything, and you'll be good to go. Should you reset Shadow Sonya? I would not recommend it unless you invested into her S3. If you raised anything besides her S1, there may be a discussion to be had to reset it because you only need her S1. Even dot players are resetting their Sonya just to do S1 because they realize that they don't need S3. How do you guarantee Lily follow-up attack Shadow Sonya, not Vengus? So Twin Trick will... Oh, you've already done that. Okay. For the double drop event, if I can't farm Hell 3 or Hell 4, do I just send Hell 2 and hope I can get enough upgrades to go further, or just cry I won't really farm gear this time? So honestly, this is why I would say, like, if you need to pop a few pots to get stronger on your shells, and you know that's going to guarantee that you push into Hell 3, that is actually worth it, because you really, really, really want to be Hell 3. Otherwise, you just need to sit down, put your head down, farm shells, and then invest into just accepting what you get in Hell 2. But you really, really, really want to be Hell 3. Like, you would want to do anything to be Hell 3 for that. Like, honestly, if that means that you lose like 3 or 4 pots to make it happen, heck, if you have all your pots saved right now, I would say that you could probably give up 10 if it guarantees that you push into Hell 3, if I'm going to be honest. Because then all the other rest of your pots increased in value by like a huge percentage. Is resetting Leanne for Messiah a good idea? Yeah, if you have a good Messiah, I think it's a good idea. Am I tripping, or the conversion rate for skill LD imprints higher than the RGB ones? The conversion rate? Sorry, what do you mean by conversion rate? I'm Global 3, and you talk about Hell 3 and Hell 4. You've not reached any of that yet. Ooh, so then for you, buddy, you want to save those, and you're going to want to use those to be building as many characters as you can for XP, and making sure that they're as high as level, and just hoping that the base stats are enough to carry you. Can dot team work without Lily? Yes, you just need to have 2 sustainers, because you want to stall. Do I have to max S3 Messiah? Yes, you need to max S3. You need to get it to S3. I just pulled a Messiah. Should I reset any of my 6 stars for him? Rosa, Chloros, Lily. You can debate resetting for Chloros, but make sure that you can get all the mats that you need from Light, because if you're early on, the Light dungeon is a pain in the ass, so you may want to wait. You may want to try to wait until the end of the week to do the transition. I was thinking about resetting Messiah like an idiot, but RNG gods got me another copy and said, nah. Just commit. How much effect accuracy do you recommend on Vengus and Sonya? About 140. Tends to be the magic number. Can you do Revelation with Messiah and Inferno Doki with only 1 copy of Messiah? There have been people who have done it with 0 copies, so I would say arguably yes. It just becomes a gear and shell check. The skill mats imprints, like turning blue to purple. Oh. I haven't seen that. It seems to be consistent for me, personally. How many effect accuracy pieces are you running on the right side for Shadow Sonya and Vengus? 2. Both are 2, and then they're a tank piece. Let me just take a quick hydration break. I'm not sure if my voice is like turning a little bit raspy. So hopefully I'm not sounding like I'm having random voice cracks and shit. Just still go dot team if I don't have the best modules. So it is a bit cooked. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It'll heal. Should I still go to the dot team if I don't have the best modules? So the great thing about the dot team is it's very, very low gear intensive. Shadow Sonya need Lily. Doesn't need Lily, but she loves Lily. They're best friends. Like, amazing. Like, they went to, like, elementary school together. Like, they've been there from the start. So, you'd really love it. It's all that Fent. I'm not selling anything. I'm just saying. But meet me behind the back, you know? Got a special deal for you. 25% off today. Lily's everyone's best friend. That's true. That's true. Where do you farm Etheria coin? Or is it, like, Sages? So, pretty much... So they've done a good job. Before, in like the January CBT, you didn't get any Etheria coin from shells, but now you get it from even the shell bosses. So you just need to farm. That's really it. You just need to farm. You'll get it over time. Is it a lot? No, but like you get it from GP outposts, you get it from everywhere. You'll eventually get it over time. Most of the time, if you're just focusing only on gear, then yeah, you'll run out. But the moment that you stop farming only gear and you start going for your shells and your GP outposts and your XP, it adds up again, and you're like, oh, I have enough to build like one piece or start rolling a couple of pieces to fish. To beat Doki Inferno, do you recommend going for dot team now for the shell bosses? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have Messiah and Mocha built. Which one should I reset for Shadow Sonya? If you have a good DPS set for your Messiah, I mean, honestly, I would say don't even reset. Like, just wait. Just wait right now and see what's happening, because you only need 4 perfect lattices. You'll probably end up getting them over time to do Sonya anyway, and Remoke is really good. But if you made me choose one and you pointed a gun to my head, I would say Remoka. What is the core of the team of dot team without Lily? It's just Shadow Sonya, Fangus, Valerian, and Linglo. It's just that, and then Sonya for Linglo if it's a content where you can't bring Linglo. I think it's worth it to stack stamina until the events. I've seen the math on it. My personal opinion is no, but I understand why the math is there. If you can farm, honestly, I'll just say this. If you can farm Hell 3 and Hell 4, then that's up for you to make the decision. Technically, it is whatever. If you are needing to push content, then absolutely it's not worth it. Simple as that. So if you're okay with your stuff being used on Hell 4, then... Or if you can farm Inferno, then yeah, I can understand. Like, I have a guildmate who can farm Terramaton Inferno, and he's deciding to just go all in there. Personally, I want to diversify myself, so I would not recommend it. You have a stable auto battle team for Doki Doki without Kloss? Me personally, no. I am a whale. I don't. But I've seen a lot of people do, instead of Kloss, Gray. So you can just do like a DPS Gray and just have it be slightly faster than your Giada, Ramoka, or Messiah. Is having Messiah, Detaining Rosa as my first 3 stars a good way to go? Yeah, very solid. Very solid. So what are the non-Sonya server, S-Sonya users doing? Legit, only LD I don't have. That's the fun part. They're not doing anything. Unfortunately. But I may have the solution for you in 2 days, my friends. Just be patient. Just be patient. For now, though, if you're a dot abuser, feel free to follow along and abuse it even further with me by building Solents. Because we'll definitely be using this chick, like, a lot. Pretty much all of our time. Let's farm her up. There we go. So Revelation going to be nerfed, or do you think they're going to let it be that way? Is there a counter except for being faster? No, I think that they should nerf it. And if they don't, I think that it will just be a week of us complaining, and then they will eventually give in. Is Lance only for PvP? No, we are going to be using her in Shadow Flame Hoyan. So I'll quickly show you. So this is the clear that was being cooked, and you're going to see it very quickly here when we go into recent clears, unless they've cleaned it up. Yeah, where is it? Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Solents clear. That's it. That's all it is. Can't show the replay though, because this is from the previous one, but that's enough proof to let you know it works. It's consistent. We will be doing it tomorrow. That's why I'm building it now. Should I try to prioritize Doki or Terror generally? Doki has been better for most people, but so what I would recommend is up until like Nightmare, you prioritize doing your Termaton, because the purple, like the pink gear is pretty good, and it's good enough to get you into like Inferno. Sorry, not Inferno, like later on, it will get you into like the Doki Doki later stages in like Hell, and then that gear should let you be fast enough that you can get your DPS to still be good enough that they can clear Termaton, and then you push in and you slowly upgrade. You do your Termaton up until like Hell 3, get the gear that you need to upgrade, go do Doki Doki 3, farm that up, you're fast enough to go into 4, and you bounce between them, and then you end up just sitting in Doki Doki for a while until you're fast enough. What do you think of Holden overall? Is he a must pull almost? I want to say he's a must pull, but he's a very, very good pull. I would recommend most people to get one copy of him, because even if you can't get value out of him right now, you will definitely get value out of him later. Let's go here. I think it's worth it not to use stability and max refresh every day for 2. My personal opinion is if you can farm Hell 4, then that is up to you. It's your own personal decision. Would I recommend it? No, I wouldn't recommend it. Would you recommend max imprinting Holden for a mid-high spender? So I maxed him. That's all I'm going to say. If that's the type of playstyle that you like, then he is probably going to be worth it. But I'll be honest with you, unless they nerf Revelation, he's not going to be that great in PvP. Rahu is falling off, and definitely the HP scalers. They like the moment though that Revelation gets patched, that's a different story. Right now, it's hard, but long term, I think that it is very, very likely that Revelation will get patched. So I would say that it's probably worth it if you're a high spender. People say Giada better if Ramoka can't one-shot. Yeah, absolutely. Giada is better for a consistent clear. Do we know if standard characters will have banners or only for new ones? I'm pretty sure it's only new ones, but they haven't said anything specifically on it, so I would not rule it out. They may have overlapping banners in the future as we get more characters and the roster becomes too big for you to target specific characters. Similar to like Epic 7, they have these like events where you can do a targeted summon of your choice. Everyone's asking for Revelation nerfs, but devs are too scared to nerf anything. Well, I mean, here's the thing. They nerfed stuff on their option. They didn't need to touch it. They had to go out of their way to touch it, right? The Giada nerf, they had to go out of their way to do it. It would have been easier to just leave it. The Aurora nerf, it was easier for them to just go in and remove the thing that says dots aren't allowed. Literally, it would take less work for them to do that than to go in, figure out what's causing the bug, and to patch it and fix it. So they went out of their way twice to make the game harder for us. So yeah, they deserve to be given shit for that. Honestly, that's their choice. But in terms of like actual game breaking things like Revelation and, you know, the fact that Inferno is really, really difficult, I would say those are your critical bugs. So, you know, and sure, there's going to be people who are abusing it, but abusing a actual bug, like a bug that people know and are complaining about and it's just not good for the game, even though there's going to be people who bitch and moan about that. Honestly, like, I don't think anyone realistically actually believes that that's okay. What is Revelation? So Revelation is a really powerful shell here that has the effect of before the owner takes action, it will pop itself, and every single critical hit that they deal will deal 12% of the target's max HP. Now, the damage cannot exceed 180% of your own attack. So what you do is you stack as much attack as you can, get 100% crit rate, and then you use characters like, for example, you'll use a character like Freya, who on her S3, it says that it does 4 hits. So again, this is great on characters like Silence, characters like Dinah, all these characters that have multiple hits. These are really, really good with Revelation. And Revelation is going to pop, and it's pretty much just going to destroy the HP of stuff. Now, it's not that good in PvE, because for the most part, the max HP will exceed whatever you can get on the attack. But in PvP, it's pretty much the full amount, which means that if you do 4 hits at 12%, well, you do the math. That's literally 2% off your HP. So if you have 2 characters, on top of the damage that you have baseline, 2 of those, it doesn't matter what character is, it doesn't matter what character you are dead. You pretty much start the fight at best at 1% HP, which means that you're just a little bit of a tickle. They lightly blow a breeze and you're dead. The Revelation cult is great. Trust me, if they don't patch it, I am going to sit in Hou Yan. I'm going to be the biggest Hou Yan farming simp in the world. We're going to build all these Revelations, and when they decide to finally nerf it, I'm joining that bandwagon. I'm going to go, devs nerfed my broken strategy that I said deserved to be nerfed. Ignore that, don't clip it. And then, where's my compensation? You bet. Do you think they tested the Infernal Shell stages? Absolutely not. I would be dead surprised if they actually tested these. Is Revelation good on Messiah? Yes, very good on Messiah. Very, very, very good. Best in slot on Messiah, actually. Bro be switching up. Exactly, man. Exactly. At the end of the day, like, I'm not going to complain about a couple of free compensation, man. Like, I'm just playing the game. I'm just playing the game. Same thing with the train event. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the train event, man. Why are you farming Inferno Nico when you can do Inferno Tarot? Inferno Terror. I can't read that. So TLDR, even though I can do it, it doesn't matter. I have a good Fury Edge piece that I'm sitting on, but it doesn't matter because where is it? Where's my piece? I plus 15'd it too because it was good. I have one. It's on Rosa right now as a broken piece. It's a good piece. Issue. Let me just go find the shell that uses it. Oh, wait a second. I can't. You go with shells first. Shells are always the priority. You want to get into your shells because your shells, just upgrading it, it's an 8% stat increase. Okay. When I go and I increase this shell and I like insert it in, like I imprint a good set shell that has a 3 matrix line, I just get flat 8% more bonus stats from my previous version. 8%. That's a significant increase at this stage in the game. Like, it's quite a bit. And then it also unlocks my ability to use the 6-piece set, which is another increase of stats. Depending on the set, depends on the difference. So you want to get that baseline first. If you go into the dungeon and you get a good shell, sure. But that's just like that Fury Edge piece I have there. Is that actually better than like this piece? You know, this piece right here, it's an attack percent. But I want you to be honest with me. I don't think I can do it on here. Yeah, I can. Let's compare it. Which piece right now is more useful to me? Probably the Kenai, because I can build that set. That's why. Have I gotten any good gear? Yeah, I've gotten some really good gear, actually. There was a stream where I got a really insane helmet, and I think I can show it on here. I got this bonkers. I'm considering resetting my Ramolka and Leanne for Messiah and my Silence. Okay, don't do it for Silence. Silence is a late game option that you build up for Inferno. You don't need it early. I use Giada for Doki Doki. Is it worth doing? Huh? The stream drops finally? Sorry, you got me worried. You had me thinking like my stream died. I was like, wait, what? My stream's still here, man. Yo, Kyoya, is dot not autoable? I can't do terror on auto. You need much better stats to do the auto clear, which is why I wouldn't recommend it for that. Who else can use Revelation properly for PvE, like instead of White Fang? Huh? For PvE, Revelation, it's just Messiah, Rosa, and then the people that are abusing it in PvP. The stream luck. Lucky. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did get lucky at the end. I got some good pieces for sure here. But I did sit in Terra for a long time. Is the investment for Giada S3 only? Yeah, Giada just needs S3, but preferably S2 as well. Isn't PvP meta toxic at the moment because of Revelation? Yeah, absolutely it is. I am not really focusing on PvP right now, at least for this season. I don't really care about it. I just want to get my baseline done because honestly, I only care about late game PvP. I don't really give a shit about this Mickey Mouse Disneyland crap where we're just abusing broken mechanics and we're not actually getting to play the game properly. I like strategy, having wide rosters, not just I see an opponent, I go watch their game in like the tournament, and this is literally what I did. I don't care, like, bro, I needed the badges, I needed the wins in the tournament. I saw a guy and he only had Rosa and Chloros. I went and geared my Rosa Chloros. I let him first pick Lily, and then I picked both his DPSs. That's the meta we're in. That's not fun to me. That's not fun, but it's the right thing to do. You know, it's just, if they pick your openers, you pick their DPSs, and then you're both sitting there with like half the team not doing anything. That's not fun. I don't find that interesting, so I don't really care about it. I don't prioritize it. Every fray on PvP has Revelation now. Yeah, it's toxic, man. It's toxic. Where is she? There you are. Then scale this up. We'll try this without it, but it does make it more consistent, to be honest. So I really don't mind if I have to. In my opinion, this game has huge potential, especially for PvE content, like adding a mode where you can only use the same affinity characters and stuff. Yeah, I think this game has, in general, a lot of potential, but the problem is like, it has to get through its rough ends, and how the developers handle this early, like, gameplay is really going to determine if this game can go on for 5+ years. The first 2 months is always the most important. That's why, like, I'm quite brute, like, pretty, like, straightforward when it comes to, like, the type of content, and if it's good, what's healthy, what's not, because they can make changes, but like, it's okay to make a lot of changes as long as those changes are the best for the game overall. So it's a hard thing to do. I definitely don't envy like being one of those developers right now. I would not want to be one of them, because I know they're trying their best, but at the same time, sometimes they just do stuff and it's just, what are you doing, man? Quick question. Are you still able to clear Terraton with Shadow Sonya, but without Lily? Definitely not, because even with the team how it is now, it is not consistent. It's 100% auto if you use just the cheese. So if you really want to, you can manual it, quote unquote, if you know what I'm saying. But auto, like true auto, doesn't work, unfortunately. Like consistently. It's like a 40% chance, I believe, without like really good gear. I think there's only one person who actually has the gear that can do it. Kazuya Green is 2 OP in PvP. Oh, I'll wait till this guy sees the lens. Some dude in the voting PvP thing ended up building Ashu. Yeah, Ashu's really good. I expect Ashu to rise in popularity as the game progresses and people start exploring the rare units, because I still think there's some good ones there. I have Onslaught sets and 1 Kenai and 1 Fury. How do I count substats to know which combination has the highest damage output? It really just depends on your gear first. So you just want to go look at what gear sets you can make, put it on the shell, and go see how you can match it up if you can try to get to the highest combination of the matrix. Whatever one gets the highest, for the most part, is going to end up being the better stats, if they all have the same rough, close relative substat rolls. That's pretty much all it is. There's not like a... Unfortunately, we don't have like a Fribbles or like those like mechanical things that allow you to figure out exactly what the best damage is. We don't have damage calculators. Not yet. Hopefully people in the community will show up and will be passionate enough to do that. But for now, the best thing I can really recommend is just to sit down, equip the shell, mess around with your little things, just see which ones give you the highest numbers, and just go from there. Just screenshot and take your time. I can 12-12 Onslaught and 12-12 Kenai and 8-8 Fury. I would say that it's probably best, depending on the character. If you're like Messiah or Dating, Kenai Fury will be better. Otherwise, if you're like a consistent DPS like Giada, someone who's going to need time, then you're going to have to use Onslaught and Fury. Use GPT, Chat GPT. Hell yeah, brother. Chat GPT, please commit cyber theft against Fribbles. Can you please do that? Just go steal Fribbles, and can you please reproduce it for Etheria Restart? And then guys that hit me with the ad saying you need to get the new ChatGPT Pro. It's $29 a month. So I don't know. Does anyone want to pay the bill? So you don't recommend Shadow Sonya for clearing Inferno stages without Lily? Correct. I'm seriously considering importing and modifying Fribbles for Etheria, but I need to understand more of its source code first. Restock Hyoya fenced. Listen, we don't do that here. If you keep yapping, I will send the boys. I will send the dogs. Okay, it's a very strict business. We keep it under the rug. Is it possible to make a program to track all recent clears? Damn, you sir would be hated by the developers if you did that, because that would take a lot of server side resources to do. Is Lens good with that Shadow Sonya, as she also has a dot attack? No, you use her only in Shadow Flame Hoyan to farm the stage. And then she happens to also be a pretty good PvP character in the late game. Oh, you dumped your prototype and you got Shadow Sonya. Nice. Hopefully the next one isn't broken or soon, so you can like save up again. Is Unbreakable / Strive good for Holden? Honestly, the best two sets for Holden is either going 12-12 Unbreakable Swift Rush or 12 Bloodbath, like later on in the game, 12 Bloodbath, 8 Swift Rush, or 12-12 if you're able to do that early. And then eventually you go 12 Bloodbath, 8 Swift Rush, and then you have 6 of the Colossal Guard. That's like the late game build. So there's that. I'll probably finish this like overnight. So what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm going to work on the Silence because like it's a pretty slow clear. And one thing I want to do, because we're about I think it's what, 2 hours in, like 2.5 hours in. I want to switch over to Shadowverse. So I'm going to switch over. If you guys want to join me, you're more than welcome to do it, but I understand that we're going to drop off viewers. But we're going to go over to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. It's a brand new digital card game. It's based on the original digital SV1, so if you guys played that. It's an anime card game. It has a bunch of deck building. It's straight PvP. It's free to play. I'm not sponsored. I just really am passionate about the game. And they just dropped all the cards that are going to be out for the set. So I'm going to be trying to THEORYCRAFT build decks, look at the cards. So if you're going to leave, thank you. But if you can please leave a like before you do, I'd appreciate it. And for those who are going to stick around, that's awesome. So I'll just give a couple of minutes. Is it good? Is it better than TFT? I like it more than TFT. Do you mind sharing the Chloros build so I can screenshot it? Yeah, absolutely. If you have your questions, drop it now. In like 3 minutes, I will switch over completely. What's my favorite class? I really liked Bloodcraft, but now it's a Bizcraft, so I'm pretty interested in seeing what that's going to happen. It's not TFT. It's a card game. It's not a it's not like an auto battler. It's just like a trading card game. Kenai Fury plus Onslaught or Onslaught plus Fury. Kenai plus Fury. Is it new? Yes, it's brand new. It comes out tomorrow. Do you have Messiah? Can I see your build? I don't have Messiah built yet. But you can just go look at like Grandy's and people's on the leaderboards. They all have it. So yeah. All right. Cool. Let's switch over. Let me just set it up. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we? We're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go properties. We're going to switch over to Worlds Beyond. All right, cool. I'll just have it running in the background so we have a little bit of music. So, Worlds Beyond is here. And actually, I'll finish. I came too late to stream. I'm sorry, Gustavo. All right, before we go into this, I'll quickly answer what we have here, but no more questions. Anything beyond where Edward Lim is, I'm not going to be answering. So are you free to play or a spender in Etheria? I am a whale. I buy pretty much everything that I want. Is momentum good on that DPS? If yes, yes. Every DPS that's a crit DPS wants it. I hope I can transfer all the skins I collected. Yes. You should be able to transfer all of them. They'll become posters though, so they're just like collectibles. You won't be able to use them as the leaders, unfortunately. Is it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where there are 200k sweats who already have calculated this many decks? No, this is brand new. We only just saw the cards now. Literally everyone is starting fresh. So there's that. But no, there's no like Japanese version. Like this is all like global. Worlds Beyond, this is the new Shadowverse game. So if you ever played Shadowverse 1, this is the retrain of it. So we'll go into it. Let's go into the deck portal here. So actually, before we do, I'm going to quickly just edit the stream. So if anyone wants to join for Shadowverse, I will just do that. So there we go. Okay, why do you have no crit damage module on Ting? Because he gets crit damage from excess crit rate. So it doesn't matter if crit rate or crit damage, you get it either way. Okay. So let's try it here. We're going to go look through all the cards first. This is the card library. I haven't seen any of these, so this is like an honest reaction. We'll start off with the neutrals here. Hopefully I don't have to. Okay. So we'll go through the ones that don't really matter. Oh, it's going to be one of these. It's going to be one of these, man. Dang. Okay. So I'm going to have to, there we go. Dominal Fighter, Enhance 4. Let's see, Enhance 4, give this follower +3/+3. Sweet, nothing too special there. We already know what Leah Bellringer does. She's just, well, I'll go through it for you guys as well in case you don't know. She's just last words, draw a card, 2 Playboy 02. I'm going to go through these really fast because I just want to see exactly what we're working with. And then when we get the pop-off cards, we'll be happy. Ruby, Greedy Cherub, select a card in your hand and return it to the deck. What the? Select a card in your hand, put it in the deck, draw a card. Filter. I like this a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of people called Shadowverse Weebstone. This guy is the one that we already saw in the trial deck. Evolve, select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Okay, cool. Detective Lens. So this is an amulet. Amulets are pretty much like followers. They go onto the board. If you played Hearthstone, it's like locations. These ones, they have engaged. This is like tapping them or activating them. And then you do the effect. You can do it up to once per turn. And this one is that you'll destroy itself, and then you could select an enemy on the field and remove the board. This is a bad card. It's just a bad card. This is a really bad card unless there's a deck that's literally just ward, ward, ward. And ward is pretty much taunt from Hearthstone. So I'll try to like compare this to Hearthstone because I think most people have tried Hearthstone for the most part. Ariette Lux Minstrel, so she has Evolve. So in this game, there's a mechanic called Evolve, and pretty much what you can do is at the start of turn 4, you can choose to use it. And when you evolve, the character will gain +2/+2 stats. And what will happen is you will evolve and it can immediately attack. So it gains rush, but it can't hit face. It can only go to the enemy character. Everything else in this game is very similar to Hearthstone though. So in this case, it's like giving a character rush. And sometimes they get like these extra effects. In this case, it's heal 2. Now there's also super evolve, which happens at the start of the 6th turn. If you go second, you get a turn earlier just to balance out the game. And if you go first, you get on your turn 7. You only get 2 of each normal evolve and super evolve per game. Super evolve pretty much gives you +3/+3. They also gain rush. They can't be destroyed by anything at the start when they first do it. And then what happens after that is they can kill something. If they kill something with their stats, then they will deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. Simple as that. This one just has healing. So there's that. That'll be my one and only time that I explain that mechanic. Because it is quite a mouthful. Detective's Lens, is this the, okay, so this is that. So there's literally no point to worry about this. You would, if you ever are going to want a meta where you want that card, you just, yeah, you would just play this. It does have a nice anime card, like card style though. I've always loved that. They make Umamuse, by the way. So if you guys know about, I think in like next week on the 26th, there's a new gacha game. It's the horse one. Umamuse, same creators. They are the ones that make this game. Pretty much Umamuse is funding this game, if anything. Apollo, Heaven's Envoy, Fanfare, deals 1 damage to all enemy followers, don't care. Evolve, replicate the effect of the, it's whatever. Nothing too crazy here. Really bad stats. We already saw this card. This is just draw 2. Yeah, just draw 2 cards, pretty standard. What? Ain't no way I haven't heard of this game. Yeah, this is amazing. By the way, this is already out for Steam to pre-download. It comes out tomorrow, and I will be streaming this pretty much for the next 7 days. I will be streaming, and it's at 3 p.m. NZT, so I don't know what that is. I'll get the time in a bit, but pretty much tomorrow I will be streaming. I'll put up after this the time that the stream comes up. I'll do it an hour early before it launches. So if you want to come, you can come join. I'll be playing the game from start all the way until Etheria restart has its like pretty much. I'll play it up until like reset, and then I'll do Etheria restart, and then we'll call it a night, and then we'll try it again. So there's that. So what I'll do actually. Sorry, give me a quick moment, guys. What I want to do is I actually want to I want to get a link because if possible, I would love to get other Shadowverse people in here because I think it's good to like combine the community. So give me a quick moment here. I'll just say, self-promotion. I am live on reviewing the entire set, set 1. Okay, cool. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's in 15 hours. That's correct. This comes out tomorrow. Yes, it comes out tomorrow. The cards have that rainbow edge for the bigger cards. Yes, and they have some really, really, really cool mechanics. Like, this game looks amazing. We'll look at it a little bit later. For those who are like new. So we got Adventurer's Guild. So this one, draw a follower, engage, destroy this card, select an allied follower on the field and give it rush. This is actually pretty good. I actually like this card a lot. Did anything carry over from Shadowverse 1? Nothing carries over. There's some cosmetics that carry over, but none of your collection does. It's a fresh start otherwise. Goliath, okay, cool. Just a ward. This one here, it's destroy the strongest enemy follower, and then you get to deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. So, pretty nice. Pretty nice. That card's going to be pretty good, I expect, for some control decks. Is the gameplay same? Yeah, it's pretty much 1-to-1 gameplay-wise as the previous Shadowverse. Goblin Fury summoned 5 copies of Goblin 1-2. That's really funny. I wonder if this will ever be good. Could be. 10-10. Caravan Mammoth. Just a flat vanilla. Yeah, you'll love to see it. Does this game play like Hearthstone? Yes, it's very similar to Hearthstone. Probably the biggest mechanical difference between Hearthstone and Shadowverse is Shadowverse has a evolution mechanic. And that evolution mechanic allows you to pretty much gain back tempo on the board. So, you know, the first player kind of doesn't have that big of an advantage. And there's a lot of effects that tie into your evolution. So that's a really, really cool thing that you can do. Then we have these 2 cards, which we already saw, which is Ruler of Casitas. And Olivia, you play her, she's a legendary, draw 2 cards, heal 2, recover 2 play points. So starting from turn 7 onward, she's a 5 play point that does all that. If you super evolve her, she can, any unevolved ally on the field, she can super evolve with them. So really, really good. You get 2 for 1, and you only use 1 evolution orb. Really strong effect. I expect to see her in a lot of mid-rangey decks, top ends. Ruler of Casitas, this replaces your deck with an Apocalypse deck. This is a very special deck of 10 cards, which are these really strong cards. I expect to see this to get played in like, see ya, Kyoya, good luck on the Shadowverse. Thank you so much, Alter. See you around, mate. What's that? Goblin Slayer. Yeah, for the Goblin one, we definitely need a Goblin Slayer card. So yeah, pretty much what we got here. Bunch of decks. Awesome. Love to see it. Cool. So that's pretty much all the neutrals. So this is the first class THEORYCRAFT. So in this game, just like if you played Hearthstone, there's a bunch of different classes. So just like how there's like now Death Knight and all that, this game has different classes that you're locked into cards. You can use any card from the neutral. So all those ones that we just looked at are neutral. You can use them in any deck. And then Forest is a class that pretty much is you can use anything from neutral or forest. Simple as that. And this deck is more about summoning a lot of small tokens and then also doing like combos. So playing a lot of cards and same turn to get a really big explosive pop-off turn. Can I ask a Etheria question real quick? Is there speed RNG? So speed RNG, it seems to be only a very small amount. As long as you are more than like 1 or 2 speed off, at least outside of PvP, there doesn't seem to be any difference. But I have noticed that some weird cases come up where if you're 1 or 2 speed close, sometimes it works weird, but it's very consistent in how it works weird. So yeah, but try to keep like 2 speed difference. But yeah, very, very weird. Oh god, not the class equivalent to Druid. No, the class equivalent to Druid is Dragon. It's this bad boy. Sorry, it's probably cut off. It's Dragon. We will get to it. There's actually speed decimal points in Etheria. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's rounding. So anyway, back to Shadowverse. Forest. One thing about Forest, if you guys played previous Shadowverse, they have this mechanic called fairies. They're 1/1s that they generate a lot, and those fairies will pretty much allow you to, they now have rush, so you can actually use them right away. I want to start with the legendaries because those are always the most exciting, mostly when we're thinking about ideas to build around. So this is the one that we know, we already knew, and it's that you can play her. She's 6 play point 4/4, so you get her around the mid game. That's great. Fanfare, get a crest. Crests are pretty much leader effects. They last for the entire game. Right now, they said that there's nothing that really interacts with them, but in the future there may be. But yeah, it's pretty much lasts forever. And now every time that you play a follower that has the pixie trait, they will now gain Storm. Really, really powerful effect. And then also you can super evolve her and get 3 fairies right away. So that's Storm damage. Pretty much you play her in like an aggro deck. She's your top end so you don't fizzle out. Opulent Rose Queen. Wow. So Rose Queen's back. She was an iconic character. I love her art. She's a mommy. 9 play points, 6/6. Transform all THEORYCRAFT followers, THEORYCRAFT cards in your hand that cost 1 or less into Bramble Burst, which is, oh, okay. So now it's a 1 play point spell that has Select an enemy follower on the field or leader and deal 3 damage to it. This is much, much better than the previous version. Much, much better. I like this a lot. But it depends on how slow the game is. This was just too slow in the previous game, and it was at 8 play points. I'll probably not test this at the start. I'll wait to see what the tempo of the game is before I go into this. But if the game's tempo is slow and getting to turn 10 is realistic compared to the previous one where that wasn't realistic, this could be a good card. Okay, and finally, Amataz. So this one here is, okay, pretty similar to what he was previously. And that is, give this fanfare, give this follower plus X plus X. X is equal to the number of pixie followers in your hand. Okay, do this X, and then if you evolve, you can then do X amount of times, deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. X is the number, so same amount. Okay, not as crazy as I would think, but he can be a pretty big. If there's like a fairy circle, I remember previously like there was a combo with Ancient Elf, which was like the old school version of, I guess, what this was. Oh god, man, sorry, my voice is like cracking there. That actually was like a terrible crack. I couldn't even say the word I wanted to say. Okay. So what I'm thinking is there a card that we can play on like turn 2 that generates fairies into our hand? And then we curve into this and he's like a 4/4, like he's overstated. That's pretty much what it was. And that hurt my throat a lot. All right, so there's that. So generally what I see here is we see a really good aggro card, a good card that fits into either of the decks, and a card that really wants to play around control. All right, standard. Bailey activates in hand whenever an allied THEORYCRAFT follower leaves the field. Reduce the cost of this card by 1. Okay, that's not bad. We saw this before when you play him. So this is probably going to be really good in a deck like this one where you're going to be playing slow and you're going to adapt to it. Okay, cool. Godwood Staff. At the end of your turn, combo 3, draw a card, destroy this card, select another ally card on the field, and return it to hand. This is pretty nice. You're banking a bounce that's free, and every time that you have, like, you play 3 cards in 1 turn, you get to draw. This has potential. This has potential. I like that. Roach. Roach is back. Roach is back. Just wanted to clarify, fanfare is like battle cry. Yeah, spot on. Fanfare is battle cry. Last words is pretty much like the death rattle. Killer Rhinoceros. Roach. I'm just going to call him Roach. Give this follower plus X. X is equal your combo. Storm. Yep. So this is just old Roach. It just got a slight nerf to, from 2 to 3 play points. So pretty much the idea here right away is obviously you'd set up like a Godwood Staff. You keep playing aggro. You eventually go into Aria. You get your opponent down to whatever you need. And then eventually you bank in the bounce from here for your Roach. And you feel really good about it. Yeah. Okay. I see it. Okay. Did we already look at this guy? No, we didn't. So, Glade, Fragrant Ward. Fanfare, draw 2 cards, and then he also has Evolve. Yeah, equal to the amount of cards in your hand. Okay, so this is like your control card. So pretty much right away, I look at this, and Rose Queen. There's your control. Roach is like your finisher for the Aria Amataz deck. Amataz can fit into Rose as well, and you use Godwood Staff with these. Okay. And then there's finally Lily. So Lily here, she has Fanfare, combo 3, select enemy follower on the field, it says defense to 1. It's kind of whatever, mostly because she's a 1/3, but 1/3s were really, really strong. Does it seem like there's way less power creep and way less wall of text cards than the Shadowverse on mobile? Yeah, it's definitely back to square one. What are these followers? So followers are pretty much just the units on the board. So that's all a follower is. So you have followers, which are the units, amulets, which are like locations locations. And then you have, locations from Hearthstone. And then you have spell cards, which are just spell cards. That's pretty much the only different types of cards in the game. Draw a card, select an enemy follower on the field, and deal 1 damage. It's okay. Honestly, this isn't great. It's not really good because it's combo 3. Does combo include itself? I wonder if combo includes itself. I'm pretty sure it does. I can't remember. So what else do we got here? Okay, cool. So we went through that. We'll go through the silvers and bronzes just as we go. Right off the bat. So we got May, Journey Elf, combo 3, select a manifold. Okay, I'm pretty sure combo includes itself. I like the one on the Switch where it's the Academy setting. Hopefully it'll be something like that. It is much closer to that in terms of gameplay. And they do have like that world walk around thing. It's a little bit more chibi-like, but it is there. Okay, then we have select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. This is a good card. Really good card. Okay. Good fairy. This is your 1/1/1. Add a fairy to your hand. Yep, good card. Solid. Nothing too special going on there. A bug alert. Select an allied card on the field and return it to your hand. Deal 2 damage. Oh my god. It's Airbound Barrage, but nerfed. Still really good. Still really, really good. Fairy Concoction. This is just going to be, yep, this is Fairy Circle. Awesome. Add 2 fairies to your hand. Fairy Tamer. Add 2 copies to your hand. Okay, this is Fairy Whisper. So these are just retrains of cards that were literally 1-to-1 copies in the game. Just different names and art. Stray Beastman. Increase your combo by 1. Traditionally, this has been a bad card. Fairy Twinkletoe. This is going to be your, yep, if you play 3, combo 3. +1/+1 on the field. This is good for aggro. Yeah, these are just like trade 1-to-1 cards. Sorry about that, guys. Select another allied card on the field and return to hand. Super Evolve Recover. Oh my god, what the? This card's insane. This card's actually bonkers. This is broken. This is actually a broken card. I'm not gonna lie. It's +1 and it's bouncing? Like, what are they thinking? This literally pays for your Roach. That's crazy. Okay, Roach is not exactly... Oh, by the way, you can get the old copies of these. That's crazy. Okay. Wild Profusion. Add a fairy to your hand. When an allied pixie follower enters the field, do 1 damage to your hand. Oh, that's good. That's a good one for aggro. Lambent Cairn. And a fairy to your hand. Combo 3. Add a Deepwood Bounty to your hand. Destroy this card. Select an ally follower on the field to give it +1. Deepwood Bounty. This is just restore 1 defense to your layer. Okay, cheap, 0 cost for your combo. I'm starting to see some things click. Capricious Sprite. Summon a fairy. Add a fairy to your hand. Okay, cool. Replicate the effect of this card's fanfare effect. Okay, kind of whatever. Working Grasshopper. Draw next follower. X equals your combo. This can actually be a tutor for the deck. That's cool. That's interesting. I wonder what number here that you'd go for. Yeah, that's interesting. It can also just be a draw that can be something that you know is going to be useful. If it's 2, technically for 2, you could just make sure that it's only ever Baby Carbuncle. Oh. Oh, true. Because it's a follower. Oh, true. We're cooking. We're cooking. All right. What do we got else here? Fragrant Whispers. Add a Deepwood Bounty to your hand and draw a card. Okay, so this is preparing like a really crazy combo. The setup is coming along now. Exactly. Gentle Trent. Okay. Evolve for combo 3. Restore. Okay, this is bad. Elder Sagebush. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Combo. Deal 3 to a random enemy follower instead. Oh, deal damage to 3. And this could be good in like a control version, but I don't really see that too much. All right, cool. Last 2 here. Oh, last 3 here. We got Selwyn. This is Storm. 7.46 Storm. Super Evolve. Select a main follower on the field and return to hand. Okay, this is a good finisher for your top end aggro, to be entirely honest with you. So that's really good because you have 2 good finishers. You have Arya and then you have this guy. And then you bounce. He's a 7. Yeah, that's a good finisher. Really good finisher for aggro. Aaron. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Restore. Oh, really good for control. Really, really good control mid-range. So that's nice. Oh, Erin? Yeah, she looks... The blue hair, and then she also turns into like this weird kind of turquoise. Yeah. And then we have Deep... What is this? Deepwood Fairy Beast? Oh. Draw a card. Heal equal to the number of cards in your hand. I like this card. Lion from Narnia. Yeah. Alright. Sweet. So that's all forced. I'm gonna have to be a little bit faster here, man. This shit's taking forever. Oh, yeah. So let's do this. Let's take a look at this. We'll go through all the legendaries as fast as we can. Wait, am I missing? Where's all their legendaries? THEORYCRAFT only has... Okay, there's 1, there's 2. Oh, yeah, sweet. Sweet, this one we already saw. Draw 2 Swordcraft followers, recover 3 play points, give them all barrier. Yeah, solid mid-range card. Probably gets played in slower decks. Albert, this is a 3 of in every single deck. Comes on the board, 3/5. He gains the ability to attack twice. You super evolve him. He has 6, so he's dealing 12. Really good late game damage. I played the current one on mobile. It's crazy. I kill all their units. I have massive tempo. Yeah, it's nothing like that. It's more back to like the OG. So if you played the Switch game, it's going to be closer to that. But yeah, this guy comes down, board clear, really good late game, and one of the strongest plays back when Albert came out in Rage of Bahamut was pretty much just playing him on 5 and just going face was good enough. Like, being honest, like, just evolve it, go face. 5/7 was annoying in that game. And then we have the only one that we didn't see, Kagamitsu, gain a crest. Okay. Super Evolve, give this follower Storm. And then he has Countdown 2. Last word, summon one of them. Oh, okay. So it just stays forever. That's annoying. That's just annoying, right? But he comes back and it's every 2 turns. But you could always super evolve him, turn him into a 5/5. Okay, I mean, he's pretty good, right? You just develop him on 3 and then you always know that you're going to have a free body. Yeah, I see it. Okay, this card we already saw. This is just summon a bunch of bodies. Probably really bad, mostly when you have a character like this guy in your deck. This card is broken. This card just summons 2 knights and give all your followers +1/+1. Very annoying because they may choose to just ignore the Kagamitsu. If they don't, then they get punished because this becomes better. So yeah, really strong curve here, 3 into 4. Definitely want to play around that. Ravening Tentacles. Generally, spells in this is not good. Select enemy follower in the field or the enemy leader. Deal 5 damage to it, restore 5. Wow, that's actually much better than I expected. Deal 5, heal 5, and sword. This does not seem like a sword card. But hey, it's here. Okay, that'll be interesting. Pretty good, just direct finisher outside of Albert. Also can sustain you, so if you just need that one little bit of life and just ignore what's on the board to board lock your opponent, definitely a viable strategy. Geno, Levin, Axe Rider, Rush can attack 2 times per turn. Give this follower a barrier, summon a knight. Can attack 2 times per turn, has Rush. Give this follower barrier, summon a knight. I don't know, this seems too expensive though, but I'll keep it in mind if we go for a slower build, for sure. And 7, okay, well, I mean, I don't know why you'd be playing this, because you would eventually just stall for Albert, and it's just more consistent. So, yeah. All right, we'll just quickly go through. We got Quick Player, this is just 1/1 Storm, right? Yeah, standard. Nothing too crazy there. Luminous Commander. Whenever an ally follower enters the field, give that follower +1 attack until the end of turn. You can evolve her to summon a knight. I mean, it's a 1/1. It's okay. And then it just powers up the rest of your deck. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. I take that. I take those W's. Royal Coach Woman. Last word, summoning knight. 1/2. Okay, it depends on how desperate we are for 2 drops. So this guy has a new one. Oh damn. Why did they downgrade this card? That's crazy. Why would you downgrade this card, bro? Okay. I'm gonna keep it at this art. Samurai here. If you've unlocked Super Evolution, this follower gains. Oh, unfortunately, it's just a bad card. Spent more time worrying about the art than the actual effect. This is the Luminous Lance Trooper. This card is broken, by the way. So summon a knight, right? So it's just a 2. So it's literally already better than the one that has the death rattle. And then when an allied follower, yeah, whenever you summon an officer, this is going to give it rush. So this card is good early game and it's good late game. This is a broken card. Like, this is actually a top tier card. Shinobi Squirrel, Ambush. Okay, so this is good for aggro. Evolve, summon another one. I don't know how good Ambush Sword's going to be. Do we know how many hours Shadowverse is live, guys? It's like 14 hours away. It's at 3 o'clock, so 12, 3. It's 15 hours away. It's 14 hours and 55 minutes away, to be exact. Way of the Maid. Select a card in your hand and return it to the deck. Draw 2. Okay, so this is just cycling. It's not bad if you really need it, but generally these loss of tempo cards, mostly when we're looking at like really powerful 1 drops into a really powerful 2 drop. Don't know if I really want to be playing this. 5 in the morning for you? Yeah, because they are like JP time. Rusty Lux card Trickster. Draw all copies of this card and give them Storm. But you have to super evolve. This comes on later, but the moment you do this, you immediately get this. Now the question is, does this copy get Storm? Quick question. Do you think it's okay for me to save 6,000 stamina until the ×2 event? Personally, I would say that it's probably not worth it unless you can already farm Hell 4 of whatever module stage that you want to farm. If you can do it, then I can see the discussion for it. But personally, I would recommend that unless you can do that or an Inferno module stage, that you shouldn't. Man, this card's interesting. Probably not good, though. Select another allied follower on the field. Give it +1. It's kind of whatever. There's surely we have better 3-drops. Summon a Steelclad Knight. This is the 2/2. Okay, cool. This is already better. Whenever an allied officer follows. Okay, cool. So, yeah, this is already better. Hound of War. Okay, this card's probably okay in aggro early on if we don't have any other 3-drops, but we do, right? So the main thing is we don't really have 2-drops. So we're running this. We're running this. We probably run a different 2-drop. We can look at the neutral category as well, and then we do that. Turn 3, we want to play this, or we want to play Etheria. Do we have another 3-drop? I didn't look at this guy. I thought I looked through all the golds, but I didn't. Select the enemy on the follower on the field and deal 5 damage to it. Wow. Okay, so this is just good. This is just a really, really good card. Okay, so wait. So you're probably running just like probably not even running this card. Probably doesn't make the cut because generally you only want 6 3-drops. Is this guy the GOAT? He is. So it's probably Vulse, Kagametsu, and then you want to run, generally you want to run 11 2-drops. So we have to choose 11 here, but we can also go back and look at neutral. But definitely what's making the cut right now is Royal Coachwoman and Luminous Lancer. Worst case is Shinobi Squirrel makes the cut, but we'll have to look at the neutrals. Yeah. And then Vulse and Kagametsu are making it. Iron Crown Majesty, doesn't really matter. This has to be insane. Select mode. Okay, so mode's actually a new one I didn't see. Lets you select the specified number of abilities to activate. So 1, you can summon a Steelclad Knight and Knight, or you can choose to give all allied followers on the field +1/1. I like this. This is a choose effect. But I don't think it's good enough. But I do like these type of effects. Sorry, just need to take a quick drink of water here. So Arms Peddler, Rush, last over draw card. Seems kind of whatever. I have stronger plays, surely. Even like a 3-drop is better there. I'd rather play like the Vulse or another Kagametsu. I wonder if Crest stack though, because otherwise Kagametsu's later on is bad. Damn. That art though. That evolved art. Damn. Nice. Summon 2 copies of Knights. Yeah, we already saw this card. This card's broken. This card's broken. Nightly Rendering. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it, and then you summon a Steelclad Knight. Okay, so maybe they actually want Control Sword to be a thing, but I don't really see it right here. I just see a much better, stronger one. Do the different classes have different leader skills? If they have, so there's no like hero powers in this game, but you do have a very, very strict like class identity. And generally there's like a bunch of other effects here that make them unique. It's usually tied to like their evolve card effects that make them really nice. So this is Ancestral Crown. So for 4 turns, it's Banner from the previous game, which is, but now it's unrestricted. It's just whenever an allied follower enters field, give it +1/+1. Pretty nice if we have to. Okay, this card, if it tells me that it's just going to summon a shit ton of 1/1s, I'm down. It summons a shit ton of 2/2s. I'm sold. I see the vision. Okay, I'll let you cook. And it's exactly 4. I'll let you cook. So, okay. So you immediately get, so what happens is you play that, you curve into this, you get a 2/4, and you get 3 3/3s. That seems pretty good. That's really funny. All right, cool. Ernesta Peace, give all allied followers +1/+1. Okay, so this is Sage Commander, and then you can evolve this to do +2/+2. It's okay. Like, this is probably going to get played, to be honest, though, if we're going for like this type of Ancestral Crown deck. So there's that. We looked at the rest. Okay, so overall sword, I definitely see the vision here. I don't see the control deck here because they have some control tools, so maybe a later expansion, but definitely a mid-range deck can work. Aggro, not so much. I actually want to quickly just take a look at the neutrals. This is a really good card here, Falud, so this is fine. This can be one of our 2-drops. And then Ruby is also a pretty generic one as well for the deck. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think I can already think of a really solid sword deck. So let's take a look at Rune. Rune, I'm actually really excited for because they introduced this really cool. There's a lot of Rune cards. Oh, it's because I have that filter. Because they introduced this card right here. This card is super cool. Because it has, so spell boost in this game is pretty much every time that you play a spell while this card's in your hand. How many cards do you have total? 40 card decks. 3 copies is the max for a unique card. Spell boost is pretty much when you play a spell while this card's in your hand, the cost goes down by 1. So it starts off at 18, it ticks down. And this one is, you return all the cards from your hand into the deck, you draw 5 new ones. So if you play this and it's the only card in your hand, nothing goes back, but you'll draw 5, and then you get to spell boost them 5 times, and then you recover all your play points. So you can probably see where this is going. You play a bunch of cards, you dump your hand, you play this card, and then you get back everything. You get a huge tempo play. Bada boom, bada bing, GG. Really interesting. This used to be called Daria in the previous game. It was even attached to a body. It was really broken when it came out at first. So what I'm looking for right off the bat are cards that are going to spell boost. There's also a combo with this guy, but I think it's really hard to pull off. I don't think it's realistic. But pretty much this guy comes in, he summons a bunch of these bodies and they spell boost when they die, just a big board presence on 7. Now, if you summon him on 10, enhances pretty much if you play them at that higher cost, then what happens is he pops all of them, he'll spell boost your hand, and he summons this Noble Shikigami guy, which pretty much eats up and he becomes a 9/9. He has ward and aura, so pretty much this means that he can't be affected by stuff. So yeah, they have to attack him to get rid of him. And then aura is pretty much they have to attack him. It's taunt. So this is really good. And if you super evolve him, he can give that card storm. Well, actually, he can give any of these storm, but you pretty much want to save your super evolve for when you're using Noble Shikigami. This guy is good. He's going to be a finisher. Easily could expect to see him as a 3 of naturally or even a 2 of in some decks as a finisher. Pretty nice. All right, Blaze Destroyer, this is just going to be your standard reduce him. So this was like your Dimension Shift combo before. Now it's more of like this is the target that you're going to spell boost into or get from Dimension Climb, and you're going to have all these play points. You're going to play a big body. You're going to be happy. Okay. Is that really good? Probably not, because he doesn't do anything else in your deck. So this one here, Snowman Army. When you spell boost it, reduce the cost by 1, select enemy follower on the field, set its defense to 1, and until the end of the opponent's turn, it can't attack. Stun card, okay, interesting. Nothing too crazy here. Demonic Call, spell boost, reduce 1. Then you get to summon Demonic Shikigami. I think this guy also has Rush. Yeah, Rush. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bit expensive though, but I mean, I can definitely see the vision there. William, Mysterian Student. X starts at 0. Increase it by 1. Deal X damage to all enemy followers. Too expensive. Really bad in my opinion. Oh, no, I hate Mysteria. One of my least favorite archetypes. I like the character art, but I really hate the play style, so hopefully it's completely different. Okay, 5 play point 4/4. Fanfare, summon, and summoning. Okay, so this is a 3 play point 5/5. Is this still the same thing as before, which is like Rush Ward? Yeah, okay. And at the end of your opponent's turn, destroy this card. Okay, cool. Nothing's changed there. And what it does is when you play this, you also just spell boost your hand 3 times. Okay, cool. That's fine. Select enemy follower on the field, deal 3 damage. Deal it 3 damage. Yeah, I mean, this is not bad. This is good for spell boost deck. Cool. Juno, the Visionary. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it X damage. X equals the number of Earth Sigils you have. Okay, so Earth Sigils are back. When you have Earth Sigils are pretty much like those amulets, those like things that stay on board. Think of them as like lands and magic in a way, like they're a different resource, and you can tap them or break into them, so you consume them. Oh, jeez. Jeez, it's catching up to me. But yeah, pretty much it will just come back and you can consume it, get the effect. In this case, it's at the end of your turn, Earthright, summon a Guardian Golem, which is a 3/3 reward. Cool, awesome, that's great. This is a really good effect, actually. Really good effect. You evolve this and you get the crust. Yeah, this is a good effect. You get removal right away, without any cost. It's just equal to how many Earth Sigils you're already generating, and then you get to consume those and start to get some advantage for free. That's going to stack up, give you a lot of tempo, also protect you at the same time. Really strong card. But the thing is, none of these 3 legendary synergize with Earthright. So is Earthright even getting anything good? I can never bring myself to play RuneCraft. It's too big brain. I think it's a lot more dumbed down than it was before. I used to be a big D-Shift player though, just because it was such a good competitive deck. Emilu, Witch of Wonders, 5 play point 2/2. Spell boost, reduce this by 1. You can evolve it, summon a clay golem. So, okay. Really expensive though. 5 play point just for 2/2 that you have to boost down, you're probably just going to drop it, and then it's just a body to flood the board. But if you evolve, you summon a clay golem and deal X to all enemy followers. X is the number of allied golems in the field. Okay, this card seems pretty bad to me, unless there's some really crazy degenerate dimension shift that you can do. Okay, Runeblade Conductor here, spell boost, give this follower +1/+1. But you have to play this first. It's not like reducing itself. Okay, this is pretty bad already. I'm gonna waste my time. Select enemy follower on the field, deal X. Yeah, no, this is just not it, man. Not it. You still have to play for 5. It's just not good. I'm sorry. Arcane Eruption, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers. Earthright, draw 1 card. This is gonna be like a good tech card for aggro matchups. What's this? Edelweiss Sagelight Ward. Damn, she's crazy. Earthright 2, evolve this follower. Oh, okay. When this follower evolves, deal 4 damage to a randomly enemy play point. Oh, yeah, okay. This card's good. She becomes a 4/4 with Rush. And then what happens is you just, okay, and it's just for 2 Earthrights. So how many Earthrights can we actually generate? Because before you used to, back in the day, it was hard to generate Earthright, then it was really easy, and then it was really hard, and so on and so forth. So if this is really easy, this is a really good card. Starry Edge, okay, Fanfare, draw 2 cards, evolve, spell boost your hand 2 times. This is a really good card. What's the difference between the new game and the previous one? So they have a new mechanic called Super Evolution. So it gives you like, so now it's 2 normal evolution, which are exact the same, but everything is now +2/+2. There's no like weird stat mechanics. Super Evolve gives +3/+3. They're immune to being destroyed and all that. They can't be destroyed that turn. And if they kill something, then it will deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. And so you play around those as well. That's like the biggest difference in this game. Everything else is just the new cards. So yeah, ball swell 2 times. Okay, so this is Magic Owl on crack. Okay, we like Magic Owl on crack. Okay, Remy and Rami is back. Remy and Rami. So this is your standard Earthright 1, summon a, okay, cool. And this on Fanfare now, not even evolution, that's good. Select an allied follower that's a golem on the field and evolve it and give it +3/+3. That's a really solid effect. For a mid-game, it's just a good option, but even just this effect is good for tempo. But where's my Earthright generators, man? Homework time. X starts at 0. On spell boost, increased by 1. Then if X is at least 5, transform this card into Looking Smart. Otherwise, you can play it for draw 2. Looking Smart. Draw 2 cards, deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay, that's a really good card. Starlight. Sagelight Teaching. Select mode and activate. Gain 4 Earth Sigils. Restore 4 defense to your leader. Earthright 3. Oh my god, this card's cracked. So early game, it gives you your 4 sigils, and you're about to curve into all those really powerful cards we just talked about. You heal 4, so it's just a heal 4. That's insane. Healing is broken in this game. And Earthright 3, you can just deal 4 damage to, it's just a board wipe. Wow, this card's broken. What the heck? Okay. Oh, okay. Whatever we say. Owl summoning Earth. Okay, cool. There's another way to get an Earth Sigil. So you're pretty much always getting Earth Sigil on curve here at 3. Evolve, select enemy follower in the field and do 5 damage to it. Okay, this is good. This is solid. Is there any better options though? Okay, cool. Fanfare, select a mode, spell boost your hand 2 times. Wow. Or Earthright 1, give this follower +2/+2. Oh, what? Wait, what? Whoa. That's really good. If we can get this online, this is a turn 3, 4/4 with a ward. That's really good. Or you can spell boost your hand. So there's some spell boost Earthright mixing shenanigans going on here. That's going to be tough to build. This is Radiant Rainbow. Select a card in your hand with spell boost and spell boost it. Draw a card. Okay, cool. That's really good. True Summoning. This is just summon a Clay Golem, right? Okay, yep. Standard. Clay Golem is also now 1 play point. Penelope, Fanfare, gain 2 Earth Sigils, and then you can Super Evolve, draw 2 cards, restore 2 to your leader, and gain 2 Earth Sigils. Yeah, this is really solid. Okay, this looks like a really good mid-range deck that you probably need to, you're probably going to use Kion and some sort of like miniature spell boost combo in here to kind of be a really good late game for you. And that's how this deck's going to work. This one here, spell boost your hand, and then select an enemy follower on the field and deal 3 damage. Spell boost, it's good for spell boost, not good anywhere else. Apprentice Astrologer, select a card in your hand, return it to the deck, draw a card, gain Earth Sigil. This is really insane. This is an insane card. Witch's Brew, okay, cool. Fanfare, draw a card, search Earth Sigil, engage, gain Earth Sigil. Wow, okay, that's crazy. That's a crazy card. Damn, why is Earthright looking so good? Stormy Blast, there's just Wind Blast, starts at 2, and then for every single one it goes up, select enemy follower on the field, deal it X damage. Off topic, but I just got to level 50, and this level 50 pack looks juicy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's actually a crazy pack. 2 lattices, Sorry, I'm just going to quickly set my auto battle on the background here. Just to get out of the way. Yeah, so that's a good card for Spell Boost, of course, and Foresight. This is just your draw card. Okay, cool. Sweet. So that's Runecraft. Now we're going to go through Dragoncraft. So Dragoncraft, this is the Druid. This is the Druid of the game. We already saw 2 of their legendaries. We have Ganyu. This guy just summons a bunch of bodies here. 4/5 with Ward and 5/4 with Rush that has Barrier, which is pretty much like Aura from... it's pretty much Divine Shield. And then this is just like your Taunt. And then what you can do is you can super evolve them. And this one right here, the one with Ward, gains Storm, so 4 damage Storm. And, oh, sorry, the 5/4 will then gain Barrier if it goes. But yeah, it's pretty stat heavy, but you can ramp into this guy. He's a pretty good stat machine, though. Very good stat check, and he can match a bunch of stuff. This one right here, this is Forte, really good aggro card. So I'm going to be looking at Aggro Dragon right away because this card is a top end. Storm and Intimidate, very annoying to get rid of. Very good stats for Storm to go face and end the game. The new legendary here, Burnite Anathema of Flame. She is brand new. We have not seen this card at all. Doesn't exist in any other game. Okay. Select a card in your hand and discard it. Deal X damage to all enemy followers. X equals the cost. Oh. Okay, so this is just a really good board wipe. Super Evolve. Give your opponent a crest. Wow. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to your leader. Once on each of your turns when your leader's defense is restored, deal 1 damage to it. Wow. Okay. Board wipe and guaranteed endgame damage. This is a good one of, at least. This is pretty good. This is a really good control card, too. Holy shit. This card's nutty. Okay. I'm sold. I'm sold. Genesis Dragon we already saw. Big Storm dude. That's pretty nice. At least now he's not brick because you have Burnite. Twilight Dragon, this is just deal, pretty much kill the board. And it's also draw 3. If you super evolve, really good if we want to run something like Prince of Casitas in the deck. This guy here is Ward. Last word summon a Vastwing Dragon. Vastwing Dragon, what is this? Is this just a 5/5 with Intimidate? Okay, cool. So he comes down, he has Ward, you force him, so he's, yeah, okay. Kind of whatever though. Probably really good to take 2. Warrior of the Deep, deal 6 damage to the enemy leader. Okay, this is a really good top end for those aggro decks that we talked about. Yeah, the new art is really good. Calamity, this is just a board wipe for deal 5 damage, so pretty good into like mid-range matchups. Sahar, summon a Vastwing Dragon. Whoa. Huh? Is mid-range dragon actually playable? Historically, the answer has been no. So, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Kit 6. When this card is discarded, give a random allied follower on the field +1 attack. Okay, this card's just bad. Unless there's a lot of discard. Ward. Okay, this card's bad. If you have Overflow, this follower gains Storm. Okay, Storm Dragon is definitely a thing. That's good to note. Okay, bad card. Doesn't do anything. It's just a 5/5 for 5. Summon a Vastwing Dragon for 7. Not really worth it. There's this guy who does it for pretty much for just better. So I don't know what they're cooking here. This card's the broken one. If you have Overflow, evolve this, and then when it evolves, gain a play point. So this is really broken. This one here is 4 play point 3/3. Select another allied follower on the field and give it +2/+2. If you're an Overflow, +3/+3. This is actually a really good combo with this card right here, because she summons you a Intimidate Firewhelp, so this becomes really annoying. If your opponent can't kill it, you buff it up with this. All of a sudden, you have this big 3/3 that's just slapping them in the face over and over and over, and it's really annoying if they don't have spell removal. So that's something to keep in mind. White Scale Herald. If you're an Overflow, restore 4 defense. If you're really desperate for healing, this could be a good card. This one is the one that just destroys an enemy follower on the field. Yeah, it's just select an enemy follower. It's okay. It's actually not amazing, to be honest with you. It's kind of mid. Draconic Berserker, select an enemy follower on the field and deal 4 damage to it, and then deal damage to all enemy followers instead. I mean, to be honest, like, I would not play this because I have to evolve this. Yeah, it's a 2-for-1, but like in better stats than this. So I don't know. It depends on the meta. I think if it's like sword meta, this is really good because it also has that option to be AoE. This one is the one where it's just like draw 2, so it's literally a power creeped version of the neutral. Draw 2, and if you have Overflow, instead you also heal 2, which is good. Dragon Sign, this is Dragon Oracle. So this is Wild Growth. They pretty much nerfed Dragon Oracle from the previous game. Same card though, just +1. Still good, still broken. Is there a silent spell in the game? Like if the game +3/+3, is there a card where that, there are cards that can minus it, but there's not too many, to be honest with you. Zeal, 3/3, select another allied follower on the field. They brought Zell back? Dude, what are they thinking? This is a broken card. What are they thinking? Why? There's a 7/7 right here. And you can combo this with, because you can go past, so you can combo this with any of the 8 play pointers. No, what are they doing? You can't bring this, you have to super evolve, sure, but what are they doing? This is a broken card. This was so broken. They nerfed it to 4 play points. They had to kill it. Oh my god, what are they doing? This is so broken. Surely this is broken. This has to be broken. Okay, Aepha, Fanfare, if you're in Overflow, this gains Intimidate and has Storm. Great. Okay, we got aggro card. This one we already saw. This is really broken for aggro dragon. This is your dragon newt, so this is like going to be good in pretty much a general dragon. Ban of Otahime. Summon a Otahime body card and then select a card in your hand and discard it. Okay, so I understand what's going on here. Oh, wait. But I have a one. Wait, I have a 1 play point 2/2? Wait, I have a 1 play point 2/2? What the fuck's going on here? And all I have to do is discard a card? So what, my first one is a -1 for a on, like above curve card? And then after that, I just get a free card. And if I discard something, like who cares if I'm discarding? The fuck? This card's bonkers, bro. And then I guess you can just run this card in there because then you can discard it and then it's crazy. Like imagine you do this and then you discard this. And then you just have like turn 1, 3/2 staring down at you. Fuck that. And then this is Blazing Breath. Okay, cool. Okay, so I see aggro dragon in here. I see a really stupid kind of combo here with Zell and this broken card as well, with a big board wipe, and then you get to slap them in the face for 7, or you get to put them on a timer right away. Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold. I didn't play when they had that card released. What happened? So pretty much what happened was they released a Zell, and he was 2 play points at the time. And he had the same, he was like, there's no super evolve, so you could evolve. And the idea was there was this 8 play point card called Ouroboros, and it was 8/4. It dealt 3 damage to anything, so you could deal damage to face. It also had when it died, it would go back to your hand and heal 3, so it's a really good value card. And pretty much they did that. There was also a combo where you played a card that brought out a 13/13, and then Zell would be able to give that Storm. And so it's just really broken. It pretty much made Dragon the single best class. So if you top deck, you just win. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. This card is just really, really good. Okay, so I'm actually really interested in this. This is Abysscraft. So Abysscraft is a combination. If you played the previous game, they took Shadowcraft and they took Bloodcraft and they merged it together. Why? They say that it's for balancing reasons. Okay, so first one right off the bat, we already saw 2 of these, and that's Cerberus. So you have this one. So this is the special foil art. So if you high roll this one right here, this is going to look beautiful, by the way. I am super excited to see what this looks like, and hopefully I get it. This is amazing art. So there's that. And then this is pretty good, right? Summon these, they're rush, and then you can also resurrect them. Yeah, pretty good card overall. Yeah. Medusa, this is a good control card. Mostly in this game where super evolves are so impactful, being able to have a card that just comes down and says, hey, nice super evolve there. I'm going to just destroy it, and then I'm also going to +2. Pretty nice. Is control going to be good for this deck? Love to find out. Traditionally, Shadowverse has not been very fond of control decks, so we'll see. But I haven't seen any like crazy endgame, like guaranteed win combos. And then the final legendary that we have here is Aragavi. So this guy is 5 play point 4/3, deal 7 damage split up between all enemy followers. Okay, and then you can evolve, deal 3 damage to both leaders. So this is a good end game card. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of control in this class. Okay, so maybe we're going control. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. This is also just a good end game thing because technically, oh no, it's not. It doesn't go face. Yeah. Okay. Vlad, select enemy follower on the field, deal 5 damage to it, restore 5. So this is like a better version of Temptress Vampire. Okay, whatever. This guy here, this is the one that reanimates 4. Technically, what they want you to reanimate is they want you to reanimate Ceres here, who at the end of your turn is going to heal you for 2, and if it's been super evolved, you also get to restore 4, and it gains barrier. So that's kind of the idea. So pretty much your only 4-drop will want to be this in your deck, otherwise you're trolling. So for some reason they decided to make this one, which is just like you pay 8 to evolve, but you wouldn't want to do that because you'll want to save it for your Cerberus anyway. So this card's already bad. This card right here, Yuna, add a Ghost and Bat to your hand, last words. So Ghost and Bat. So apparently Bat has been changed. It now has built-in Drain, which is Lifesteal. And then Ghost still has Storm. It's an okay card, but is this, I mean, it's okay, right? You can revive this one. And the idea, I guess, is that instead of reviving Ceres, you revive this, you get a ward. It's 3/5, so better stats. And even if they kill it, you get a Ghost and a Bat in hand. So that's bodies that you can play next turn. And also a Ghost, which can be removal or face damage poke. Okay, I see that. This one here is a summon 2 copies of Ghost when you evolve him. Super evolve, give him Drain. Yeah, you probably aren't using that. Okay, I'm happy with this generally. I think it's an okay card for like an aggro version, but it looks like this deck's very heavy on control. Right now, I'm looking at Yuna, this Eric Gavi, Ghost Juggler, Medusa, Cerberus Curve, which looks pretty good. So don't really know if I want to do this. Did I already look at this guy? Okay, Darksteel Demon, 4/4, draw 2, deal 2 to your leader. Okay, this is not bad. Select enemy follower on the field and deal 6 damage to it. Yeah, it's definitely usable. Okay. So it looks like control is really good in this deck, so it just depends on if control is actually meta. Storm Bane. Okay, so this is interesting. This is like a slightly upgraded version of Implancer. Sure, but is aggro actually going to be good in this deck? I haven't seen anything yet for that. We have this one here where it's Fanfare. You add 2 shadows, which is what you need to pay the cost for like cards that have that necromancy effect. Engage, so it's delayed or right away for 3 play points. You get 2 ghosts. You can delay it, do some combos. It's okay. It's okay. It was a little bit slow when we saw it in the trial deck. Maybe it's better in practice. Balto, so he's Dust Bounty Hunter, 3 play point, 3/1. Not great stats, but he does immediately give you a crest. And that's at the end of the turn, deal 1 damage to both leaders. Ooh, not good in control, really good in aggro though. Because who cares if you take damage if you kill them first? Then we have this one. This is Summon 2 Skeletons. Really, really good card for mid-range or control aggro. This is just a good general card. Then we have this card. Sheesh. Okay. I see you, side games. You came cooking with these arts. Summon a bat, 3 play 1/1. Oh, it's only 2. Oh, damn. Whenever a bat enters the field, give it Storm and deal 1 damage to your leader. Oh, okay. I see it. Changed my mind. This is a good card. Really good card. Okay, sweet. And it's a cute card. Nice. She looks cute. I like her. Night Fiend, 3 play point, 4/3, deal 1 damage to leader. Not as good as the other one, honestly. Like, I'd rather just be playing these 2 cards. Generally, you don't want more than 7 3-drops. So immediately, I'm already pretty heavy on the 7-drops here because I'm wanting to play Balto, Bonemancer, and this card. So I really can't afford to play this card. Rage of Serpents. Select enemy fall on the field or the enemy leader. Deal 3 damage to it. Deal 2. Okay, so this is Razor Claw. Obviously, this can get played in all versions of the deck. Soul Perditions. Okay, so this is the nerfed Soul Conversion. So definitely getting played. So these 2 are definitely making the cut. So far, everything that's making the cut, at least for like an aggro version of the deck. Probably still playing Aragavi. He's a good top end. I'm playing Yuna still in that deck. I'm playing Balto, Lily Bowmancer, this chick, this. Okay. Chaos Cyclone mode, draw a follower or reanimate 2. So you select one or the other. Okay. Cool. Good card. Probably like, instead of running like 12 copies, I'd run 11 2-drops, and then I'd run this as the last card. Probably that. Orthros, this is the good one. You get 2 shadows right away. It has ward, and it also has that option where you can always evolve it. 8/4, deal 2 damage to 2 enemy followers. Good barrel, this one here. Deal 3 damage to your leader. Okay, it's 2 play 1 3/3 though. That's probably worth it. Mino, this is the really good one. It gives you a skeleton to your hand when it dies, which is just a nice 0-cost follower. Nameless Demon, summon 2 copies of a bat if you evolve it. Okay, this is probably the weakest one. And then this one here is definitely getting played because it's Necromancy 4 gains Storm, which is broken. Then we have Lilith. This is add a bat to your hand on last word. So this is your 1-drop. Actually, did they have... Okay, and then this one is the one where you can like pop 2 things on the board. So this is better for control. My question though is, was there a goblin? I don't think there was a goblin in this set. Yeah, there wasn't. Goblin's just a token. So you actually don't have too many good... Yeah, you just don't have enough 1-drops to play an aggro deck here. Yeah, so even though this is like good, it becomes a mid-range deck. And the mid-range deck doesn't want to run cards like Balto because it's too, like, not really there. But you can play like this, you can play that, but control looks better, honestly. And then you just play the good 2-drops. So I'm probably cutting Balto in that case. And I'm running Yuna. I'm running Ghost Juggler. Aragavi. This. Okay, cool. So we go for like a mid-rangey control version. Okay, that's fine. Havencraft. So this deck is all about those amulets that we saw. Okay. New legend as well. Okay, John. 6/6. 6 to the board. All your followers gain +2/+4. Win more card. Okay. Rodeo. Anathema of Judgment. 7 play point 5/5. Select a card in your hand and discard it. Summon 3 random, differently named amulets from your deck that cost 3 or less. Well, it's getting late here in Japan. Thanks for showing me the new game. It looks like I'll enjoy it. Yeah, no worries, man. Hopefully you'll pop by tomorrow when we play it, if you're around. So, yeah. See you then. Have a good night. This one is... So this is going to get you good amulets. Do we have good amulets that we want to grab? We can also tune our deck around. Destroy random enemy follower with the highest attack. Deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. Okay, cool. This is a really huge swing card if there's good amulets that we want to play around. Just do my Etheria thing real quick. Yep. And what was the other legend? Oh yeah, it was this one here. It's just heal 3. You can evolve, deal 3 damage to the board, has ward. It's okay. Yeah, what do we got here? Lapis, we already saw this one. This one puts the crust where it comes back. A little bit slow. Not a huge fan of it. Sacred Griffin, this one here. Whenever you engage an amulet, this follower gains storm. Okay, cool. Ward. Pretty good top end. Pretty easy to do. What else do we got here? We have Mavia, Guardian of Earth. Summon a copy of a random allied amulet. Destroy this match with the highest base cost. Summon a random copy of an allied amulet. Destroy this match with the highest base cost. Okay, cool. So is there anyone that we can abuse for this? But it's a last ward. It's pretty slow. Probably not good. Engage. Destroy this card and all followers. So this is how they print Nemesis Decree. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. Deal 3 damage to all enemy followers and summon Holy Falcon, which is this a 3 play point 2/2 storm. Oh, okay. Okay. I see you. Board clear and then 2 damage to face. Okay. Skullfane Demise. Destroy all allied amulets. Deal X damage to all enemies. X equals the number of amulets destroyed by this effect. Okay. I'll just see. I don't know. Like, do we have enough? Restore 5. Okay, cool. This is just a better version of the cleric that we saw in the previous card game. 5 play point 2/3. Draw 2 cards. Restore. Okay, this is a really good card. It's a better Radiance Angel. Avian Statue. This is countdown 2. Last word, summon a Regal Fountain. You can also engage. So this is paying 2. And if you do pay 2, you can advance it by 2. So you can actually just play this for 6 and you get access to a 4/4 Storm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Unfortunately, you can't bring this out with that guy that we saw, because he's 3 or less. This one here, 4 play point 1/3, ambush, select enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Do I hit your arena team? Please, 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 no. Please, 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 no. Don't do it. Don't do it. I thought we're friends. I thought we had something special. Let me just quickly grab my imprint here. I think everyone kind of killed the boss already. Yeah, no, everyone has not killed the boss. They're slacking on the guild boss. Okay. Select enemy fall on the field and destroy it. Okay, straight up, just ambush. It's kind of whatever, to be honest. Deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. This follower can attack 2 times per turn. It doesn't have storm, so no one cares. I don't care unless there's a card that gives the storm. Playing Etheria today. I played Etheria earlier, so I won't be playing Etheria anymore today. Today, I'm now wanting to look at Shadowverse, but I will play Etheria tomorrow when reset happens. Iron Fist Priest. Select enemy follower on the field with 3 defense or less and banish it. Super Evolve, banish all enemy followers with 3 defense or less. Okay. It's, yeah, I mean, I see this card. Good control card for sure. We're happy with that. Winged Warrior, select another allied follower on the field and give it +1/+1. Replicate the effect of this card's fanfare ability. Nah, that's bad. No way I'm playing that. Okay, so these are targets that I can actually get. Terror Hell 4 is breaking my mind. It would do that. Yeah, it does do that when you first get into it. You just gotta go through the loop, farm those shells, get what you need to break through into Hell 3, farm the gear, grind it out, and then you break in. All right, have fun. Did you build Dot? I built mine and was able to clear Nico. Yes, I did build it. So now I'm focusing on the next step, which is going in and pushing into Shadowflame Ho-Yam. Destroy this card, select enemy follower on the field, and deal 4 damage to it. Restore 1 defense to your leader. Okay, cool. Yep, good removal. War Barrier. This is kind of whatever. Draw an amulet. This is a good card. Select an amulet in your hand and reduce its cost by 1. Okay, this is a good card. Beast Pact of this. Last word, summon a Holy Flame target for 2, and you can pay 1 to advance it. So you can actually do it the next turn for 1. Pretty nice. And this is just a 4/4 with Rush. Oh, it has Rush. That's much better. Okay, so this is really good card. And you can cheat that out with that that legendary. Select an allied follower on the field, give it +1/+1, restore 1 to your leader. Select an allied follower on the field, and then, okay, shit. Kind of whatever. Our targets are not that great. So we have like Dose of Holiness, this, and then we have like one of these. Okay. So reselect whenever an allied follower with ward is destroyed, give it this follower +1/+1. Oh, okay. So this could get really crazy with enough wards. Or whenever you engage an amulet, this gets +1, but it's only until the end of the turn. Okay, this card looks pretty crazy actually. I'd play around this. Fox of Purity. 2 play 1/3 ward. Okay, cool. So I'm getting a little bit sick here. This card looks good. I'll probably play around that more than anything else so far. Last words, draw 2 cards, engage 1, advance this amulet's count by 1. This is a great card. Wing Statue, summon a Holy Falcon. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is what we play around. For Terror 4, I used a very strong Max Messiah Ballista Tang, then Freya, Dinah, Valerian Ideas. I also have Holden and some others. Honestly, it's probably better if you go for Holden instead, just because like Messiah is not that great in Terramaton, even though he does a lot of damage. It's not as much as in Terramaton as like the other places. So I think that you'd have more success if you switched out Holden, probably if you're having consistency issues. Sorry, I'm just quickly setting up one character here for tomorrow. There we go. I've definitely overfarmed. Yeah, I definitely overfarmed a lot, but it's okay. I'll need it for later, I guess, maybe when I invest more into her. So she's done. So pretty much now I just need to go and farm. I need to stop this. Sorry, give me a quick second. I'll quickly switch back to this. So that's done. So the next class and final class that we'll do, I've seen you want to ignore left claw and only attack middle. Yeah, preferably. But if you really have to attack the left one, you can. It just makes the run slower and less consistent. Okay, so this is the final class. This is going to be Portalcraft, and after this, we are good to go for today. So let's get through this one, and then tomorrow we can cook up some more stuff. What do I want to do here? I'll probably just go here, and I want to farm a little bit of this in the background. So sorry, I'm just setting up my background farm. Would you participate in Shadowverse World Grand Prix? I mean, I will try it, but I don't know if I'll like really care too much about it. Just because in general, my main focus is more going to be on content. Okay, Portalcraft. So this one I'm pretty excited about because there's quite a few interesting things. So the first thing that I need to go over is like, there's a new mechanic here, and I'll show this card here, which has all of these cards, this is a lot. So the most complicated thing about this is gears. You get gears, you get these, and when you fuse these together, you get between one of these two. Then these two fuse together to get a combination of these, 3 depending on the amount of cards you fuse. And these 3 combinations lead to this. Simple as that, okay? That's all you need to know about this. So we want a lot of things that generate those cards, that generate these gears right here. Because the more we generate these, the easier it will be to get to this card. That's it. That's how this works. So that's what we'll be looking for when we look through this. The other mechanic is puppets, which is just a bunch of like puppets that you generate, and then the idea is that you abuse it with this card to win the game. Yeah. Legendary. The first one that we have here is obviously Yudi. This one is 3 play point 3/3, draw a card. Very simple, nothing too special. And then you can evolve her, gain a crest. That is if you have 5 cards or less, draw a card. Otherwise, you heal 1. Not bad. Really depends on where you're doing her, but she just cycles. She's solid stats. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Probably 3 of in every deck. Ralmia, this is the one that we didn't know. So she is a play point 2/2, select 3 allied. So 3 artifact followers in your hand that cost 5 or less. Summon exact copies of them. Okay, cool. And you can super evolve to give all of them. So you don't really care about that. So pretty much the idea here is you play her, and preferably you are like a turn or 2 off from getting this online. So instead of fusing into it, you just summon all of these and you get all their effects. Okay. And then that's supposed to help you survive. Got it. I mean, Holden's fine in Terramaton 4. You just build him as like a tank. Like, you just build him as like a good tank sustained DPS. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Oh yeah, Orcus has like this really beautiful card art. That's nice. Summon Lloyd, 1/4. Yep, 1/6. Has to be targeted. Really good card. Really, really strong card. How's we got here? This is the bad card. Don't really care about this. Summon 3 copies of Enhanced Puppet. Really late game card. Doesn't really do anything for you. Rather just win the game with other cards. If I'm playing that card, I'm probably losing anyway. This card here, select a mode, draw 2 cards, or restore 4, and then you can evolve, select an enemy on the field and destroy it, and otherwise super evolve, you can select 2. Yeah, this card's pretty bad. Just a do nothing card. Noah, give your puppets +1 in your hand. Again, another dead card in your hand. Mechanized Beast, another bad card. Ancient Cannon. Okay, so this one here, you play it, you get a Gear of Ambition, which is this. Whenever you fuse, deal 2 damage to enemy faller. This is pretty nice, but you have to immediately get value out of it. This one here is the one that lets you cheat out your artifacts, so you can actually use them without actually using them. This one here is the one that adds a Gear of Ambition and a Gear of Remembrance, so both of your gears to your hand. And then you can evolve, select an artifact follower in your hand. Okay, perfect. So this is the immediate, like, hey, let's stop, let's fix the problem, and keep progressing. Cool. Dirk, summon a fortified artifact. Oh, okay, so you just get one of these, which is a ward. Not really good at 5. If this was 4, it'd be insane, though. Mecha Cavalier, we already saw this. Mid-range game card. Summon a Mecha Cavalier. Yeah, okay. Probably never playing this. Bullet. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Add a gear. So this is adding your gears, and it's a removal spell. Probably like one of. Unless we're desperate. So this one, add a gear. So add both to your hand. You can also evolve and summon it. So this is like, okay, card. Early enough on that it doesn't matter. Puppet Shield, summon 2 enhanced puppets. Removal card doesn't really matter. Probably not getting played. This is one here. Add both the gears to your hand. And then you can also replicate the effect of this card's fanfare if you evolve it. This is really, really good. And it's 3. This is like where you want to be playing it because you have that room. This guy here summons, adds an enhanced puppet to your hand, and if you play any puppet once per turn, gets Bane. Really good removal card. Cool. This one here is going to just add a Gear of Ambition to your hand. Okay. Pretty solid. And it has Rush. Okay, cool. That's great. So these are the 2 that I want for sure. Puppet Theater. This is one just giving you a puppet every turn that you can. No reason not to keep it. If you're going to run puppets, select an enemy follower on the field, deal 3 damage to it, add a Gear Remembrance to your hand. Okay, cool. So this is a really good removal card. Love it. This one here, add a puppet to your hand. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Portal's pretty straightforward. And then we have Ironheart Hunter, add a Gear of Ambition to your hand. Wow, okay. And then you can also have the option. So this is a solid 2-drop that we're going to definitely want to run for it. What's this? Add a Gear of Remembrance to your hand. Okay, cool. Sweet. So we're just going to run all of these. Puppet Lancer, enhance puppet to your hand. Definitely going to run this. this card, definitely gonna run this. Adds both the gears to it. All right, so pretty much what you do. Last words IDGAF remembers to. Okay, so what you do in this deck is you just slap literally everything that says do exactly what your deck wants, and then we take out all the bad cards. And then eventually you're left with 40 good cards. And then maybe you decide, okay, some of these cards I don't really want. Is there better options in here, right? Like, am I going to get value out of Divine Thunder? Am I going to get value out of like running just Seraphic Tuning, stuff like that? Is that going to do more value to me? Like having access to like Lionheart Ward? Overall, I think Forest has a lot of potential with some really cool combos here. I think Dragon has a lot of variety. Sword has a very clear route. RuneCraft is a little bit too difficult for me to imagine because Earthright seems to want to be used as like an early game, mid game to transition into like a late game spell boost. So I'll probably let someone else figure that out. Dragon has an aggro and like a really crazy ramp version with Zell for a finisher. Abysscraft looks to be like it has specifically a nice control type mid-range deck, so that's going to be cool. Havencraft is the one that I just don't really know what they want to be doing. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to cook this. I'm going to just wait and let someone else figure that out. And Portal, I'm pretty much not really that interested in like the puppet. It doesn't look that great, but Artifact I am interested in just because it's super fun. And I'll just probably slap all the best cards in there that just do anything. And then I'll just take out all the worst cards first. And then hopefully I'll end up on something. So that's everything. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it because my voice is killing me, so I can't really stay any longer. I think that I will probably already suffer more than I will tomorrow when I put myself through playing and streaming the entire time. But yeah, I'm okay with that. Because I'm gonna have so much fun. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. It's been a very long stream. I think this has been almost 4-hour stream. So if you guys want to join me tomorrow, I'll post right after this. I'll go and make the thumbnail and everything, and you can join me tomorrow for Shadowverse pretty much right away from it launches. And then when Etheria Restart has reset time, then we'll stream that. Maybe in between I'll take a break and do Etheria Restart, but yeah, feel free to join, have fun, but it will be primarily Shadowverse and then Etheria at the end. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if you haven't already clicked the like button, if you can do it, I would appreciate it. And thank you so much, guys. I'll chat tomorrow. Bye.